Yeah, you're also frugal. Oh, look at all of you showing up like that. Some of you probably had the tab still open from last night, didn't you? Like, yeah, I did. I forgot to close it. I always wonder if that's surprising. Like, you just hear a voice come on, you know, which tab? Which tab? Isn't that the most paranoia-inducing thing you can have happen on your computer these days? You just have a tab start playing audio, and you have to, like, frantically search to find which one it is. And it's always the goddamn news websites that start auto-playing videos. You'll, like, read an article, you like, go to another tab, and all of a sudden a video that was buffering in the background will start playing, like, hate that. One of my, like, first world internet problem use, well, it's not really I guess anyone can really experience it, but you all agree with me, right? No? No one agree with me? Alright, I'll just take my opinion and go home then. I was watching VOD from 2 nights ago. Oh, catching up, were we? Catching up. Usually you have to go around like the 2-hour mark, don't you? Because, you know, bedtime and all that. So I guess that makes sense. You know what? Gotta see what I missed out on. Pre-W stream? Pre-W stream. What's the W stand for, can I ask? I still watch the Hogwarts VODs. Like, how many times have you're still catching up, or you're just rewatching them? Was first, now time to look. Hey, you accomplished an objective, my man. So feel proud about yourself. If you want to go for another one, you can quickly snap up the rare moo. That hasn't been bought yet. That's the ultimate way of posting first, you know. But now that I mentioned it, you're in a race. All the other people in chat are like, oh yeah, I didn't get that either. Is a W as a win, Uncle Darty? Usually, though, the context is different, though. This is like pre-win stream? Pre-win stream? I don't know. I didn't catch on that one, you know, quick enough, apparently. See, there it is. Garrus already redeemed it. Sorry. But enjoy your lurking. Relaxing, isn't it? Happy Sunday, everyone. I'm glad, you know, I can, you know, go to the bank tomorrow. 8 days where like, oh yeah, I gotta do some banking, but oh yeah, they're closed. Amongst other things. But looks like it's been a slow day for me. I've mainly just finalized my, well, the only thing I really did today was finalize my rough draft. You don't finalize a rough draft. Finalization just comes later. I finished my rough draft of Forspoken. Holy god, that script needs a little work though, because it is rough at this point. That game is so boring, it like makes me have suffer from the worst form of, you know, writer's block imaginable. All of my script right now is just like notes on certain parts, like nothing funny whatsoever. Because, oh god, I hate this fucking game. Why is it so shit? Even when it's bad, it's not bad in an interesting way. It's just boring. Did you know a man blow up a casino to fix his gambling debt? I did not know that. When did this take place? And I'm assuming it didn't work. Yeah, I don't think blowing up a building is gonna fix your debt. Can you actually accrue gambling debt these days? I feel like you got... How does that work? Because I feel like you buy your chips first, right? So you have to like put down your money before you ever... I mean, I guess you could use your debit card to buy it, but then you'd be blowing up your debit... I mean, not debit, but your credit card company. That's not what they... You know, I'm confused. I didn't know you could take out loans from a gambling, you know, or like lose so badly you gotta keep paying money back to a casino. You know, I've never gambled before. I like to think of it, it's like it's still like you know, you can just like go in there and like drop your wristwatch on the blackjack table. Yeah, I bet that. Yeah, just like, yeah, ring, you know, dial me. What would you like? You know, put me in cash. You know, blackjack person, roulette wheel guy. That watch is worth a whole $20, digital even. You got a calculator built in. The world of high stakes gambling and fast cars and sexy women. I was meant for it, but I was just born in the wrong area and the wrong time. Lose the car in a game of Uno. Definitely high stakes. I would assume so. Corporations have a means to bleed consumers. I just don't. I mean, usually we have regulations on who can make, you know, loans and stuff like that. I don't think casinos can do it. You don't get gambling debt with a casino. You get debt as a product of being bad at the casino. Yeah, I was saying you could definitely like you know, take out a bunch of your credit, but I was talking about specifically the story of someone blowing up a casino because they're a gambling debt. Like, that wouldn't stop it because it's not old, you know, the casino has already been paid. Some places the casino will actually have loan sharks that lend money to people, but it's not that common. Yeah, I feel like that would be cracked down on pretty quickly. That feels, you know, possibly manipulative. We're going to tell you this, and I'm going to tell Kate the same thing. If you are going to Japan with us, you need to give the money to my brother because he's getting a hotel room for us. Understood. Understood. But I used to bodyguard gambling events. People act really crazy at the prospect of winning. Well, that's the draw. If people didn't lose their minds and like get greedy, the casinos wouldn't exist. I honestly kind of despise gambling to a degree because not that I have any personal stories of anyone losing their money gambling. It's not really a common where I live. It's just the idea of it is like, ugh, it's kind of gross to me. I don't know why. I mean, like I said, I don't have any personal history with it. I just don't know. Maybe I've seen certain media and how it's depicted. I think what's actually, you know what? I know what I find gross about it. It's not the people who are sitting down to play blackjack or like roulette wheels and all that stuff. It's the seniors that are just constantly pumping their social security money into like, the machines where you pull the crank and they had like the whatever, the roulette. Is that roulette? That's roulette, right? I don't know, the whale with the, trying to get their payout. And they're just in there like pumping quarter after quarter for like hours on end in a stupid machine. It's like, oh god, that's so sad. They'll be, yeah, slot machines. Yeah, the slot machines. You can tell I don't gamble. That's what I find disgusting because that is not like, I don't think that's people having fun. That's people with a problem, and people who have given up. I don't know. I mean, yeah, that's the part of gambling I hate. Just like regular people who are like depressed. I don't know, just pumping all their what money they have into like a slot machine. I mean, even if they win, it's not even gonna be a lot, is it? Do slot machines pay out a lot if you actually win? Had a loan shark show up in your apartment building once. He was chasing my neighbor, which was funny enough to see because I kid you not, the guy tried to climb out through his tiny bathroom window and got stuck halfway through. He could have just like not opened the door, right? Wait, is this loan shark in the traditional version of a loan shark who like will break your fingernails or something? Or break your fingers if you don't pay? I'm assuming it's just like some guy like, I'm serving you like this paperwork. Gacha games, yeah, that's the reason I don't play gacha as well. Family's full of gamblers, luckily enough. Luckily, nothing bad happened, except them losing their money. I don't know, yeah, when the tagline is the house always wins, I'm surprised that anyone falls for it. It's like they literally tell you, like, yeah, odds are in our favor. I guess it's just the allure of like, well, every once in a while someone has to win. I don't even like, chat, I don't even like the state lotteries. Those are just another form of gambling. It's state sanctioned. And it really is just like, oh, well, let's take more money from poor people by giving them the possibility of, hey, maybe you can escape this wretched life of misery, you know. How's the game so far? Pretty good, actually. I'm enjoying it. It's kind of interesting to see if it just turns into more Uncharted with, with Star Wars, because that's kind of the direction it's going. But last night we had like a plot point happen. It was like really sudden. It was like, oh, I'm a Jedi from the past. Uh-oh, I'm a Sith now. Well, I guess he's not really a Sith, is he? He's just like a dark Jedi. Sith you have to like, hold up, burp. You have to be a Sith, you have to be trained in the Sith ways, right? So the guy we met last night, he's just like, I'm a dark Jedi. There are a ton of Native American casinos. Yeah, I've heard about that because, the way Native American land works, they can like do that in any state where they are, I think, because they're not subject to state bans on gambling. They're like, hey, how do we make money? Take money from the pale faces? Agreed. Seems like a real proper way. That's how they get their revenge. Not through warfare. We will just bleed the pale faces of all of their social security money. I have absolutely no idea what any of these terms mean. What terms? How's the game so far? What, when I was talking about the game or talking about gambling? We have two different sets of terms being used. I said the game is good. We made a character last night who was like a Jedi of the past, and then literally in the same cutscene he like betrays us like, I'm now evil. I will destroy the Jedi Order that has already been destroyed. I'm not sure. Play poker on Red Dead Redemption 2. That's the only way to play. That way you don't have to spend any money. Well, technically you can. I'm assuming, yeah, it's online, so you can spend money, but please don't. Pale faces stole their lands. Now the Native Americans take their kids' college funds. Exactly. There's a lot. They waited long for their plan, their time to strike. They found it. I mean, the Star Wars terms. Never watch the films. I mean, it's just like Jedis are good guys. Sith are bad guys, but you can also be a Jedi and also be a bad guy without being a Sith. Though, yeah, it gets a little confusing, I understand. Basically, red lightsaber equals bad. Alaska natives have more acknowledgement than the lower 48. It's because, well, I guess, you know, all the cold area natives, they got off a little bit better because no one wanted to live up there. It's like, oh, you know what, you guys can, like, just stay here. We're fine with not moving into your land that's frozen all the time. Well, I'll say that, but that's probably inaccurate. There's probably plenty of atrocities happen there as well. In fact, I remember hearing, like, last year or so that Canada had an issue with, like, a lot of native Canadians, or native, like, what would you call, do they call them native, what do they call them? You know, terminology is weird when you go from country to country. We call them Native Americans or Indigenous Americans. Do Canadians call them Indigenous Canadians? Native Canadians? I'm not sure. Jedi are Crips, Sith or Bloods. I'm pretty sure I could find flaws with that argument, or that, you know, that statement, but I'm not going to, because it's funny. Sometimes Indians, though, is kind of fallen out of use because it's just, one, it was always based off inaccuracies of, you know, dumbasses thinking they arrived in India, and they just got nicknamed that. It was like sports betting just blew up over the pandemic because many casinos were forced to close. Oh yeah, that did go pretty crazy. You're like, hey, what can I spend this money on? Gamble online? Don't ask Canada what they did to the Huskies. Yeah, I've heard about a lot of re-education schools or something. Oh, Huskies. You mean the dogs? Oh, okay. There's a Native American reserves in Canada too. But do they call them Native Americans? See, I'm confused. Especially if they're in Canada. I have a question for you. When do I give you your postal for? Are you going to, when I do give you postal for, are you going to stream it or not? I'm not sure. If I played it, maybe, if I did, and maybe, if, I don't know, I can't really promise you that one. If I did, probably. I know nothing about postal, though. I definitely probably wouldn't make a sim video on it, though. Just saying, because it's all, like, gross out comedy, and that kind of makes it immune. Not meant to be taken serious. Dumbass is like Christopher Columbus, the genocidal maniac that we have a holiday for some fucking reason. Yeah, well, you know, it wasn't until later on that people started learning, like, wow, this guy was a piece of shit. Guessing Native American since the continent is North America. Yeah, but come on, even though that's the case, no one calls themselves Americans, but, you know, people in the U.S. Like, no one in Canada is like, oh, I'm an American, because it's just confusing. And no one ever says they're a North or South American either. They always go by their nation name. Which is weird, because Europeans do that, regardless of what nation they're from. In Europe, they're like, oh, I'm a European. I'm European. And I don't know if Asia does that as well, but, you know, when it comes to, like, North and South America, we're like, no, we just go by our, you know, nation name. Why don't we have an Amerigo Day? He doesn't enslave, rape, or genocide people. Look, you're asking a lot of Americans learn history they never bothered remembering. They're like, what is this Amerigo Day? A lot of people, I'm pretty sure if you ask Americans where the America got its name, they won't even know. They're like, well, God gave it to the nation. He, like, chiseled it into the rock of New Hampshire. Yeah, this shall be your, I don't know. It's not true. Even at the time, people thought Columbus was, well, I'm assuming that people knew him. But, you know, and also, I guess, you know, founding myths kind of, like, glossed over that and didn't bother teaching it. So for a while, there was a bit of, like, I mean, I didn't get taught that he was a piece of shit in high school, did you? I had to find that out later. I just found out that in, like, 1642 or whatever year it was, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. And then he traded with all the natives he came across in South America, and everything was cool, and not that he, like, enslaved and raped all of them. I didn't get that education. No, we give more land back to natives. Didn't like all of Oklahoma or something get given back to natives in like a court case recently? I thought I remember hearing about that. Like all of Oklahoma, like a court case in Oklahoma is like the Supreme Court of the state was like, oh yeah, all this land technically belongs to natives. We got to honor the deal. What happened with that? I mean, it does seem a little hard to enforce. But then again, it is Oklahoma? Do we really need it? Was being deferential to you Americans. There's a much stronger South American identity around sports. Well, yes, around that. I was just talking about, I'm pretty sure like no South American from anyone in South America calls themselves South Americans. Or even just calls themselves Americans, even though they technically could. Didn't have to get taught that. I always thought he was claiming to have discovered somewhere. Yeah, he was a bit of a glory chaser, wasn't he? No joke, the reason we think Columbus discovered America was because America wanted to appease Italians. This was their answer to make Columbus founder of them. Really? Okay, new information for me. Never heard of that one before. When were we trying to make friends with the Italians? They didn't really seem very important around the time to America at any point, except for like post World War II when we stole their pizza. That's right, we fucking stole their pizza. Now it's ours. Everyone thinks pizza came from America, damn it. No matter how much you're pissing off the Italians. People think of pizza, they think of America. As they should. Just like we stole burgers from Germany. Pretty sure that was where burgers originated, right? There were a lot of Italian immigrants, I'm aware. That's how we got... But I believe pizza, though, that was from, like, U.S. Marines going over to, like, fighting in Italy and then, you know, finding out about it and then be like, hey, let's bring this back to the States. Wagwan, my dudes, wagwan, whatever that means. Burgers, or yeah, all of the foods America is known for came from Europe usually. Weirdly enough, some of the foods that America created, Chinese fortune cookies. Totally an American thing. Tacos, American. Totally American. You won't get tacos down in South America, I mean down in Mexico, unless you like want to insult them. We just pretend it's like Mexican food. Oh yeah, tacos. Wait, do we at least create hot dogs? I gotta think hot dog, you know, processed meat, meat cylinder, definitely feels like an American thing. Though it is, I guess, based off just sausages. Hard shell tacos are American? Well, yeah, when I think of, I mean, I guess you can have like a soft shell taco, but they're, you know, those aren't actually very popular in the States, I feel. To be fair, most European food nowadays uses ingredients that came from, oh yes, yeah. Pretty much anything that has spice in it came from like Mexico or South America. Or chocolate, you know, cocoa, all that. You know, South America just had like, you know, they had all the actually good tasting shit. And the US had like corn and I think more corn and a few other things. Immigrants made hot dogs? Alright, well, you know, thank you, immigrants. We appreciate that. Love soft tacos. I've always wanted to like make the barria tacos, but the amount of work you got to put into making it is like, Jesus Christ. Swear to God, some people in the U.S. would think butter is spicy. No, I actually love spicy food. So I'm not one of those like, you know, pale faces like, oh no, this is too spicy. Now fuck me. I fucking ate a ghost pepper once, bitch. I got my bragging rights. Your streams are the best things about 7 p.m. Oh well, thank you. Person on the West Coast, because you just gave it away with that time because I started at 8. But there's definitely regions of people who have less spice tolerance than Americans that may. I've always heard Japan is like notoriously they can't handle spicy food. But that might just be from the few instances I've heard about it. But I don't know. I've never really. When did this whole like white people can't handle spice thing arise? Because I have never known a time when like white people didn't like spice. Or didn't put spices on their food. I'm still confused by that by this day. When did this meet? It feels like a recent thing. Like, oh, white people don't like spices. Are like, you fucking insane? Are you actually that? What? You name whatever food I eat, I'm putting something on it. Cayenne, yeah, cayenne goes on a lot of stuff I make. Probably some internet trend. Maybe certain brands of white people. I don't know. Maybe it's Europeans that don't like spice? I can't think that's the case, though, because a lot of best cooking in the world comes from Europe. Cayenne is just red pepper. Yeah, there is a lot of spices that get renamed. Like, you can buy the spice Italian herb, which is just the old couple different herbs put into a bottle. I think it's generally a stereotype that white people aren't familiar with spice, probably making fun of the Brits. I mean, I suppose, or, you know, but don't the Brits like curry, though? Yeah, the Brits fucking love Indian food. Happy almost 35 months, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Hope you've had a good time. We're just having, you know, food and culture conversations right now instead of playing video games, but it's, you know, it's fine. We'll get started eventually. I swear. I do mean to play video games, you know. Chocolate chip cookies, potato chips, and Spam were all created in the US. God damn it. But I am glad, though, that Spam is now no longer... No one in US likes Spam, but apparently in, like, a lot of Asian countries, Spam is, like, you know, part of a lot of people's staple diet because it was, like, became popular after it was, like, a ration over there after World War II. So, like, you can usually find Spam in a lot of people's cupboards. It would really create potato chips, though. I feel like just slicing a potato and, like, cooking it is not that crazy of an invention that someone else probably would have thought of it. I'm just Caucasian. Why are we actually called Caucasians? I mean, I'm assuming it's named after the Caucasus, but that's not where white people came from. I don't believe. No, we are just the Caucasians. Tons of Americans eat Spam. I mean, you're talking to a man who used to eat potted meat, which is Spam-like. It's actually gooier Spam, I think. Like, Spam is like, it's like a loaf, right? Whereas potted meat's like meat cream. Meat cream. Good old meat. Hey, it was good on crackers, man. Last boss fight last night was good. I think all video game bosses talk shit. Well, as they should. Isn't Spam big on Hawaii? Possibly. Spam is one of the foulest things. I've actually never eaten Spam. I mean, it's just like pork meat, right? Like various pork meat, all mashed up and like spice. The term Caucasian as a racial category was first introduced in the 1780s by members of the Göttingen School of History, notably Christoph Miners in 1875 and Johann Friedrich Blumenbach of 1795. It had originally referred to narrow sense to the native inhabitants of the Caucasus region. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't feel accurate though. Like, I don't know. It's like, hello, my Caucasian brothers. Hello, let us do the dance of the Caucasian. Yeah, no one really like rallies around the whole Caucasian thing. Do I have a favorite book? Yes, it is called Snow Crash by Neil Stevenson. It is a very good, almost a parody of cyberpunk to a degree, but it's kind of like both serious and parody at the same time. It was written knowing full well about the how somewhat goofy cyberpunk can be, but still tells a serious story. And it's pretty good. I recommend it. Also from the same author, I like Diamond Age and Zodiac, all from Neil Stevenson. But other books I like, I would say the Golden Compass trilogy the Golden Compass books. They're not all called Golden Compass though. Those are pretty good. Dance of the Caucasians. What is that? A hokey pokey? I like to think it's like line dancing. Or, you know, yeah, it's gonna be line dance. I return. Welcome back, Lucky. But you like Gallus Domesticus? Gallus Domesticus. Okay, you're talking about someone else. Should we create a dance of the Caucasians, chat? I have no rhythm, so it'll have to be one of you. Like all races, it was invented. Well, to a degree, the name was, yes. They just made like, hey, why don't we just come up with a name other than white people? So, what should we call ourselves then? Caucasians? Personally, I think we should really just call ourselves elves. We're fucking elves. I think we could get it behind that. Hey, hello, my elf brothers. Have you ever read Blood Meridian? Blood Meridian. I don't believe I have. Please no, this is a good idea. Everyone wants to be an elf. What else are we gonna call ourselves? I don't really see myself as a Caucasian. I want a new name. I love potted meat. Like, I have not eaten it since I was a kid, but I would eat it with crackers. It's pretty good, actually. I ate it all the time. It's probably why I got chubby back as a kid, too. Because that shit is nothing but fat. Hello there, also elves. We are all elves. The fuck? Well, we're trying to solve race relations in the world by ending the travesty of white people being called Caucasians. I never got a say in this matter. Come up with a George Lucas level fantasy name for myself. How about Dartigan? That already seems kind of fantastical to me. Doing some casual cannibalism of what, potted meat? I didn't know human was part of that, man. I mean, it might as well be. In fact, potted meat would be an excellent way of hiding bodies. It's like, you'll turn it into that and sell it to people. That's where the murder victims, that's what it's made out of, chat. The missing. A new level of white. I am the new white person. What the fuck am I even saying? I'm new white, chat. I'm white plus. Okay, there we go. New name, white plus. I'm white plus. Hello. Apex. So okay, that kind of language is getting a little out there. Getting a little like Third Reichy. When you use a word like apex. White plus, yeah. I'm like that. I'm like the next tier in the when you sign up for your account, you're like, would you like the basic account or would you like the plus account?
Complete.
Domination. Sexual. When I say domination, I know that line like the back of my hand. I fucked it up. I give it the 100 bits though. Supreme honky plus. Yankee. Well, you know what? Yankee is. Maybe we should just all the white people should just call ourselves the Yankees. That one might actually be a good one. What's up, my Yankees? That even works. I don't mind. I'm a Southern. I don't even mind calling myself a Yankee. Yankee is a fun word. Every European just cringe. That's what you all call us, though. I call the Yankees the Yanks. Aren't Yankees what non-Americans call us? Well, you know, it's a weird term because, yeah, a lot of people outside of America will refer to Americans as Yanks, but there's also a term Southern Americans used for a while, though it doesn't get used that much anymore, I don't believe. Dart Daddy Yankee would like to have a word with you. Daddy Yankee. Blankies. As a Dixie, I know the Euros hate that. That Yankee referred to New England. You know what? The times have changed. So can our terms. Down in Latin America, Americans are just gringos. Yo, I like that too. You know what? You always got. I'd be fine being called both gringo, gaijin, guaylo, Yankee. I'm fine with all of it. Hit me with all of your regional slur words for white person. We can accommodate them all because we find them funny. Americans are Yankees and Australians are Aussies. What about Canadians? Canucks? Or also Leafs is acceptable? Maple syrups. That's too many words. It's gotta be one it'll be like one Leafs. Don't use that pluralness here. L-E-A-F-S. When your race is at the top, there are no derogatory terms. Well, they don't. There are. They just don't feel as biting. That's kind of the point, isn't it? It's like, oh, look at them calling me like cute racial words. That's adorable. It doesn't have quite the same impact. But saying your race is at the top, not exactly accurate. In fact, very inaccurate. So that's a very perceived thing. Spent 30 minutes talking, but it's been a fun conversation. Look how engaged chat is. But I'll tell you what, I'll continue the engaged conversation while puttering about in the video game. How about Nilla, like the white version of N-word? But what? Wait, are we gonna just associate the letter N with all racial slurs now? I don't think we should do that to letter N. Like, yeah, every racial slur has to start with that N. No. That's you gotta think outside the box.
We're not getting up this water. Not without some help.
If I go through here. Nutella. But that's delicious. It's full of carbs.
Found another shard.
Why am I always late? I mean, I literally just started playing the game though, so don't worry, you haven't missed anything. We've been talking about, interesting topics for the past 30 minutes. Got a little stun locked, as they say. White cracker. Well, cracker itself is, considered a slur, but it's one of those another ones that doesn't really have any effect. That's an interesting bit of philosophy. Is a slur really a slur if it has no impact? Most people aren't going to call it, you care, oh, he called me a cracker. Like, what does it fucking mean? Am I a saltine? Like, no, he's calling you a slave driver. Oh, but I'm not. It's like every white person's response to being called a cracker. Like, wait, you call me like a Ritz cracker? no, slave driver. But then you're like, but I'm not. That's not my job. I'm in finance. All right. Okay, I gotta get back. I gotta get back up the hill, right? It's like they're not technically accusing you of being a slave driver. They're just saying that's what you're the same color as a slave driver. But I'm not even like I'm like a second generation immigrant. It's like we'll just argue with it. We'll just like defeat you and like we wear you down. Like just okay, fuck it, I don't care. You're whatever you want to be, Whitey. Really hate racism. It is a stupid thing.
And it may be the last
but we're
corner
trying
of
to
this
defeat it with
galaxy that's
humor
safe from
tonight.
The Empire. I wish you could have seen it too, BD.
Guess my funny bone is off.
We just found our ticket out of here.
Maybe I'm not sure. Maybe it is. How do you reset a funny bone?
Nice job, BD.
Neko scratches. I feel like the worst thing I've been called was League of Legends player. That shit hurt cut deep, did it? Like, can you believe this shit? I can tame this. Pretty sure this belongs to someone. There's like a light next to it.
Easy. We won't hurt you.
New white slur should be Discord mod, but it's really only Discord mods with an anime avatar, though, right?
BD.
Though I feel like Reddit mod is a more insulting term than Discord mod. A lot more power comes with Reddit, y'all, if you're a popular subreddit mod. Oh, sweet. Is that a space chocobo? Yes.
Nice.
Is this this isn't the thing that this is this like the animal that Luke was riding on in the second movie? I don't think it is it? It's more like a camel. Pretty realistic chocobo.
Here we go.
Oh, no, come back. Come back to me, my creature. Oh, fuck. Well, now what am I gonna do? It's up here. Uh-oh. Can I get another one where it came from? Can you come back down here? I don't think the game designers planned for that one. Maybe it'll respawn over here. I hate this sliding shit. Sure it won't. I mean, I guess I can use the fast travel for meditation. PC version, PS5 version. Has the 60 frames per second been consistent? So far, I believe it has. I think I might have noticed a little bit of slowdown once or twice. But keep in mind, not the PC version. Okay, there he is.
You know your way
Now, you
around
probably
Kobo,
have
don't
heard
you?
that 100 times, but have you seen Armored Core 6 trailer? I have not actually heard that 100 times, but someone did ask me last night, and I have.
Now.
I did take a look at it. I was like, oh, we finally know it plays like you're plays like an Armored Core game. Look, you're a big robot. You shoot a lot of gun. You move around really fast. So it wasn't too surprising, I feel. But I hope it's a good game. But I've never played an Armored Core game though. Have you heard that Sasha Grey is playing? Is she still? Does she have the same schedule as me? Is that who I'm competing against?
I bet we can clear that gate with a little boost from our new friend.
You gotta stop streaming at the porn star hours. Cute that you think you can compete. Well, I bet I play games better than her.
Easy, Neko.
I don't really. Is that for sure? You really? You're gonna have to provide proof of that one.
Come on.
Then again, logical, you always say I suck at video games.
It's locked.
Even when I clearly don't. Cause I do? Really? Yes, I, who have played and beaten probably more games than you ever will. Yes, I truly suck. Bet she takes a dick better than me? Yeah, I will give her that one. Kind of an experience in that one. Quality, quantity. Oh, so you've beaten better games than me. Okay. I must have missed those titles. Weird how I would miss such important games, even though it's already my job. How can you be so bad? I know, right? You'd think after, years of playing video games as I was a child, I'd at least, at least know how to do this. No. Logical, just being contrarian like he normally is. You think you're here to keep me from getting a big head? As if you disappearing would suddenly like, you know what, chat? Pretty fucking hot shit. You're my moral guiding light. I don't really want to disappoint you by saying this, but you're fucking kidding yourself.
Up.
Where'd you go?
Good, Neko.
How can you be bad if I'm not? I'm actually pretty decent at them. I'm not claiming to be the best, but I do think I'm above average. I mean, I've finished probably hundreds upon hundreds of video games at this point. A lot of people never even finish the games they get. Best fucking ego you see this Dartigan? Yeah, I'm known for my massive ego. I'm just insufferable sometimes. Has the next Sin project been revealed? I actually finished the rough draft for my Forspoken script today. So tomorrow I get to start working on the final draft of it. Because right now it's very rough. When I say it's rough, it is like just nothing but notes,
Better hold
really.
on to them until I can find good soil.
In most parts. Where'd my beast go? Why'd it fucking run off? Oh, it's over there. Get back here. You're the best video game player in my house, considering I'm the only competition of my grandparents. Well, yeah, it's
We'll
like,
get around
hey.
faster now.
But then just you wait. Your grandfather helped defeat the Nazis. Put him on a game, he'll show you. I'm assuming your grandfather maybe did that. Your chicken went for a coffee break? Yeah. Yeah, it definitely looks like he drinks coffee. What's the most fun and effective lightsaber style in the two games? Personally, I'd mainly stick to like single saber. It's like a really good balance of like defense and attack. The other ones are all like you use them niche, niche capacity.
Great find.
Like you use the double-bladed lightsaber when you
Come on,
got a
Echo.
bunch of enemies around you, and yeah, if you're facing a single enemy who like is very defensive, you can switch to dual saber, I believe. Granddad was born in '53. I think my great-grandfather survived a grenade in Vietnam, though. I had a great-granduncle, well, I guess a granduncle, and I don't know, I'm not sure what you'd call it, who was in the Navy during World War II and died during like a Japanese torpedo attack. That seems like something I can get to over there. Have you played Bloodborne yet? I literally finished it like a week ago. And the DLC. Your grandpop was in the Navy in World War II. Like I said, this wasn't my granddad. My grandfather, one was a coal miner, the other was a school janitor. Both died of heart disease. Because they all both smoked and did unhealthy shit. Charge through, or do we want press triangle in the air? Yeah, we'll grab that. Never had the motivation to touch the FromSoft games. I commend you for running the gauntlet. The only one I haven't really played is Dark Souls 2. And I suppose some people would say, what about Dark Souls 3 DLC, Dartigan? To which I say, you got a point. Coal mines are dangerous. He actually had the coal mine blown up on him when he was sent back in to get like a piece of equipment because the people who ran the mine considered the equipment more expensive and more worthwhile than his life. So he was actually almost died from my way my mom tells it. Like this happened even before she was born. My grandpa had my mom when he was like in his 50s. Like that's when, so he had like my grandpa, my mom's side of the family had like a bunch of kids. One of those types. And she was like the last two he had, like her and her brother. And he was already like in his 50s, so she only got to know him for like a short amount of time. I never even met him. He was dead long before I was born. But yeah, he also, I believe he's like one of the first people to have gotten like a cornea transplant in the nation.
Seeds. Now, if only we had somewhere to plant them.
Dartigan clan, like weirdly enough, despite the amount of family on my mother's side, I know very little of my mother's side of the family. They got a little scattered out here and there. Let's see.
Jump!
Lore runs deep. Somewhat. I mean, is it really... Lore feels like something that's unproven, though. This is just family history. Lore is just what you get from a body video. Hello. Today I'm going to tell you about the story. Yeah, you're not going to get that kind of video. I did all this for a haircut. Oh no, my robot got a haircut. Good job, bird. Good job. Get Body to narrate your family. I mean, it wouldn't be that interesting.
Come on, Echo.
Would not be that interesting.
A sand crawler. You know what that means. Jawas can't be far off.
Oh, that's racist. You know what that means? Sand people. Featherless chocobo? I don't know if it's a bird or what. Hard to tell. I'm just gonna consider it a dinosaur. That will take me back. Okay, there's like more to explore here. Body has a voice that can make anything sound deep. I mean, I guess. I mean, he's just English. That's all he's got going. I mean, then again, that's all I got is I'm like Southern, so apparently sometimes that's all you need. He's Australian? Okay, sometimes it can be really hard to tell. They don't use, like, slang. And I'm tired of people holding that against us. Like, you all know it. Australians and the Brits don't use their slang. They sound exactly the same. It's like trying to, like, decipher the difference between a Canadian and American accent. It's like you can stealth it sometimes and hide amongst each other. You ever say gall darn instead of goddamn? No, I love saying goddamn too much. Work out exactly who Dartigan is. I'm going to hack the database. People with cornea transplants and cross-reference. The first few are, damn it, it can't be. I don't think you have to hack anything. There's probably like medical history of it or something. It's not really worth it though. I'm not that interesting, and neither is my family.
Priorite.
Yep, it's rocks.
These buildings are ancient, older than anything else we've seen on Kobo.
So how do I get over to the Jawa? Maybe I can't right now. Had a Canadian supervisor. You couldn't tell he was Canadian until he said a boot. Yeah, it's like, unless a Canadian makes it obvious, they can really just like stealth as Americans. On the internet, nobody knows Dartigan is that fat, bald WoW player from South Park. Well, I mean, if you want to imagine me that, I mean, you can, but I have shown my face before, you know. Makes it hard to, like, hide what I actually look like. But who knows, maybe I've put on a couple 100 pounds since then. It was possible. It's the COVID way, you know? Okay, we can't go that way. The face was just really good AI. Yeah, it was a deep fake. He's on to me, chat. Let's figure it out.
Easy, Neko.
Speaking of accents, has anyone in chat heard of a Tangier Virginian accent? If not, I ask you that looked at what's so special about this accent. I've never even heard of a Tangier.
Here we go.
Oh, I've already cut that plant. I'm just looking for plants, chat. That's all I want now. It's what I live for.
Mount up.
And use ChatGPT to send games. I mean, you could use it to help you write stuff about it. You can't really like have it tell you everything though. I mean, it can't play the game for you or come up with any concept. So you could basically you could like write down an idea for a sin and then have GPT polish it up for you if you want, I guess. Isn't that my ship?
Looks like the Mantis
Oh, they
is
flew
back in
back.
action. Come on, BD. Let's meet him at the landing pad.
I have not been over that one. I have not. You know what? Purple is not a color you see on animals very often. Kind of makes them stand out. Okay, there's like an entire area I have not been to over here. Ow. Get back here. Get back here. Tangier is an island off the coast of Virginia with about 700 people and 7 last names. Do the math. Incest? You're asking me to do incest math? I don't want to do the incest math. What is ChatGPT? ChatGPT is a machine learning algorithm that is good with... It's a large language model, essentially. It's good at writing. So a lot of people are using it to, like, do their work for them. Or their homework.
Will have to wait.
I'll have to wait?
Come on, Neko.
Clippy, but yeah, it's clippy, but better. They change his appearance too. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Come on.
I'll lead you guys somewhere to explode. Buddy turned purple. He's been purple for a while now, actually.
I don't think so.
God, is this like the only map in the game? Because it's fucking huge.
Show no mercy.
Alright, let's head back to where I'm supposed to go, because there's a lot out here. Appalachian, yes. I'd need a day or two to work on Tangier to get it right. Are you like trying to copy it?
Here we go.
Maybe you come back. I'm assuming the game will send me this way later, since some of it's locked off to me.
Huh? Did you do that? Wait, what? No!
This is the main area. You're gonna spend a lot of time in this. Yeah, I was starting to think this. If not every planet can be this big. It's just too big for every planet to be of similar size.
Let's go, let's go! Is everybody ready?
Up.
Now we got like a cave system. Oh, it's yellow. Well, I found multiple ones. You can. There's not just one you have. You can like find them all over the place. Was a good sound when you find a cave full of human bones. There's nothing else in here though. Weird. Am I still fasting? I've practiced intermittent fasting and I'm in my fasting period for the day, so yes. Don't get to eat again until like 12 tomorrow. Keep it up. I mean, I've been doing it for years now. I think this is like year 4 or 5 of it.
Enemy inbound.
Here we go.
Alpha formation. Building. We might win.
Going in. Don't let him. Another one down. My guard won't break. Nice. I'll break you.
Those things are coming from all the way over there? Jesus, what? Also a big ass fucking bird. Was it weird to start having breakfast in the morning? Not at all.
Good, Neko.
I actually am not a big breakfast guy.
Let's see if Doma's interested in this.
That being said, I still have breakfast food if I want it. Like, I eat a lot of currently. Like, my first meal of the day is usually like a shake, like a health shake, plus, I do a bit of meal prep, and I make a big batch of steel-cut oatmeal that I put, also throw into, some other ingredients into it as well. Like chia seeds and hemp seeds for like extra health, extra health points. So I'll have that usually, but that's not what I consider breakfast, as I don't really eat just to wait because I wake up early or something.
Z, you're looking good as new.
Indeed, that mechanical mixologist is a miracle worker. I must know, did you locate the key to Tanalor?
It's complicated, but we'll find it.
Monk told me what transpired while I was asleep. To think the Jedi Order is no more, that must have been dreadful for you. We have both been through so much, but we must persevere, Cal. After all, what else is there to do?
That's right. You've got room for one more?
I shall remain here, but if you need my counsel, I will be at the saloon. I am very fortunate to have met you, Cal Kestis.
The back of my little robot friend's head always looks like a
Found
light
something
bright
out
to me.
there.
Oh yeah, what do you got? Another holocron?
Jedi. From the time of the High Republic, somehow preserved in Bacta. Dartigan. I freed him.
What happened?
He attacked me. Escaped with the Bedlam Raiders. He's who they've been looking for. Says the Jedi betrayed him and turned to the dark side.
Are you okay, kid?
Tanalor. It's real Grease. It's hidden somewhere in the Abyss.
Oh, that's impossible. The Abyss eats any ship that gets too close.
The Republic found a way through hundreds of years ago. That's why they built that array in the forest.
A hidden world that nobody's been able to reach for centuries. If you figured out how to cross the Abyss, you could just disappear.
Completely.
Well, maybe
Bedlam
so he doesn't
Raiders.
have to die throughout the
Bounty
series.
hunters.
No galactic empire.
I'm just spitballing here, but that does sound like a place that someone could call home.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be a home.
Get your feet down. All right, I'm going back.
Is
to
that
the
red
cave.
guy optional? Optional? I mean, like, does he have to be in the game? Yeah,
No,
he has to be
Grease.
there.
We could use a real pilot.
I don't know. I mean, you're doing okay on your own. I mean, you could clean the Patoli weave every now and again.
We don't know the Mantis like you do. Nobody does.
Oh, Cal, I'm sorry. My best days are behind me. I can't even hold my cards steady.
I know things are different from how they used to be, but I'm not sure I could do this without you.
Is that really how you feel?
It is.
Well, I mean, I guess I could have Monk keep his eye on the saloon.
Greasy money. You in? I mean, there's not gonna be much in the way of credits.
Cal, this is better than any score. Imagine, no more looking over your shoulder. A safe place for us, for the ones we love.
If anyone knows about a lost Jedi world, you can see her.
Jedi! Aha! It's about time you paid that lady a visit. All right, I'm gonna make us some food before we go.
Okay. If you're wondering, you lost his hand in the novel, there was a novel? It's the first time hearing about a novel. Welcome back to the outpost. Don't forget to visit domas with any rare minerals you've found and plant seeds in rooftop garden. Cal can meet new residents who can help improve the outpost. Z Shop unlocked. Z Shop on the upper floor of Paloon Saloon is now accessible. High Republic data disks found across the galaxy can be spent here. Rooftop garden unlocked. Garden of the saloon rooftop is now accessible. Seeds collected across Kobo can now be planted here.
So who's this seer we're going to see?
A mentor of mine. Rescued me from the Empire on Braca and dragged me halfway across
It's a really
the
shitty novel. Most video
Sounds
game
like you
novels
went
are
through
always
a lot
pretty shitty.
together.
We did.
I don't think I've ever
Long
read a
time
really
since
good
I've
one.
seen her.
They're really just there to help fill out the Wikipedias.
Want to set out? In my experience, you gotta chase a lead when it's hot.
So the Salsa Club by my house is playing merengue. I gotta say, it's enhancing this scene a lot. For some reason, when you say Salsa Club, though, I think of, you know, dip stuff you dip your chips into.
How's it feel to be back on the Mantis?
I forget that you live
Good.
at a place where they have
Thinking
culture.
about whipping up some curried burrafish. Kitchen looks in better shape than the rest of the ship, kid.
I definitely saw less action since you left.
You're telling me.
I'm
The
uncultural.
spice levels
Salsa is
haven't moved.
not.
Did you cook
Salsa is
even
part of
one
culture. What are you
decent
talking
meal
about?
for yourself
I mean, the
these
food,
last
you know,
years?
food
I'm
salsa.
not half the cook you are, Grease.
Though I'm not a
And
fan of
maybe
it
only
personally.
3/4 the pilot.
Very kind, but the first chance we get, I'm making you a plate of Great Granny Pyloon's umber hash.
My favorite. Can't wait.
So, we headed to Jeddah or what?
Not yet. We're not. USS culture is just not as widespread. Actually, US culture like is,
Grease,
you know,
did I hear
invasive
you
as fuck.
mention
It's all over the
curried
world thanks to like
burrafish?
US media,
That's right.
like movies, entertainment.
You ever been there?
No, but I love the cuisine. Anytime I see a Latero dish on the menu, I'm a happy man.
Finally, a crew member of
No, US culture is, there's like people who literally try to resist US culture.
The new fella. Howdy.
Howdy back at you.
If you're looking
Because our
for a
military is
side,
everywhere. Our
might
military
wanna
doesn't
trek
what
to
really
the higher
spreads our
edges of the
culture. It's
canyon.
mainly our entertainment
Is it
these
worth
days.
the
There's a
hike?
lot of soft power in America
No, never
when
been
it comes to
there
that.
myself.
Like everyone watches
steep
US
to
movies
climb.
and like listens to
And there's a lot
US
of
music and all
creatures
that.
up there.
Like
Some
every
of 'em won't even
basically
eat
at this
you.
point, every major
Sounds like
music brand
paradise.
or music genre was
Tough
created in
climb,
America when you
you'll
think
find
about
a
it.
way up, and you'll see the true majesty of Kobo.
Is that Matt
Just know
Mercer?
it.
You mean Ganondorf? Possibly. Find the gorgeous secret. Well, this is my little basement room, right? Yeah. Heard find the gorgeous secret. Maybe it's Maybelline. Night, Western, have a good night, man. Still can't get up there. The current culture of the U.S. is angry politics or school shootings. Well, that is, you know, an important part of it at this point. But the U.S. always had angry politics. It's nothing new. Would you say that the same case with a place like Canada or Australia is or just U.S.-centered problem? They have their own unique culture. But what U.S.-centered problem? What do you mean by problem? You mean the spreading of culture everywhere? I don't know that. I mean, Canada doesn't really produce a lot of movies, and I don't think Australia does either. So if you're comparing that with that, then yeah, U.S. is clearly more dominant in that area. I meant how boring our culture. I don't think our culture is boring though.
Hey, fellas. How long you been together?
Too long. We were one of the first people here, and both tried scouting for priorite.
Had zero idea what we were doing. Couldn't find
Actually, I think
anything.
America has a pretty good
Then I
culture.
remembered I hate the outdoors.
And I got a sunburn
Part of America's
on my
culture is in fact that anyone
gastrodermis.
can actually
Not
come to
fun.
America and be considered an
Then
American.
I caught sight
A lot of
the
other
most
nations don't have that.
pathetic, bumbling prospector
Like,
ever
Chad,
to
any
walk
one of
the
you could like
planet.
move to Japan,
Rumsey for
but you'll
love.
never be considered
too.
Japanese, even
Of
if you
course,
got
they
like
both started
the ability to
making
stay
fun
there
of
for the rest of your
clumsy
life.
Rumsey. I laughed
Not
at
the case when it comes to
singers.
America. You can like,
And I had
from wherever you are,
Guidos,
you can
and
come
we've
here,
been stuck
and
together
yeah,
ever since.
then you're
Because
American.
We shared something special.
We accept you.
Rumsey was a loser.
That's part of
Still
American
puts a
culture.
Smile on my face.
Integration is an important part of American culture.
What?
Considered American, are you sure about that? There's always obviously the holdouts. They're like, ah, he ain't. But in general, yeah, you'll be considered American. That's one of the actually unique strengths of America is that it's way easier. It's also one of the reasons why so many people want to come to America, because you can integrate and not feel completely alienated. Canada
Hey,
have a lot
I've
of
got
stuff
lot of
going on,
courage.
but it's almost always
Remember that time I
associated to the
pitched a
U.S.
roof in the rain?
That's because you
Yeah, there is
won
some
that.
degree to truth to that.
Meanwhile, I once took out a
But
shiverpede with my bare hands.
weirdly enough,
Hey, it was
Canadians
all
have
they
kind of
did.
like
You don't even have
kneecapped
hands.
them a
You
little
just
bit
kicked it out the
themselves by focusing so much on
I once
weird
came face to face
Canadianisms
with
as
a
part of their
mad lawyer.
Canadian identity. They have like, oh, we don't know, the
Bugger
maple
off.
syrup and
You did?
and a few other. I don't know, just, why do you guys always go on about the fucking maple syrup? It's like we've known for a while. Yeah, you got maple syrup
Well, of course they
and
could.
hockey.
Have a plan in their head
Moose.
means to have something in their head.
You got more than that. I know you do. That's what everyone's come to know them for, because they just always like, oh, have you heard about the maple syrup?
Ah, you troublemaker.
America's a country of immigrants. Yep, it is indeed. Oh, I actually don't want to go back in there.
Glad to
How's
hear
the game?
Mantis
Pretty
is
solid,
up and
I would
running
say.
again.
Hard to imagine life without her.
Don't worry. That thing's as sturdy as a bantha.
Not sure Grease would like his ship compared to a bantha.
America's usually a show with a cowboy culture. That's the thing. America is so big; it's got a lot of different things that's associated. Like
No, you
cowboy
don't.
culture is one of it. Then you have like,
Right.
well, there's other things besides that, but that is, that was endemic real well.
I don't see what all the fuss is about with that droid.
We have like all the
she's
major
talking about
geographical
Z.
locations you could ever want in a country.
It's like that's all people want to talk about.
A droid that old is pretty exciting.
Well, I'm
You can do
old,
longer
no one
streams than you
wants to
play
talk
Tears of the
about
Kingdom.
me.
I don't know.
Look,
Depends on
let
how I
me
feel
be
about the game, I suppose.
I was one of the first people in this town.
And what else I have to do
seen
at the time?
A whole lot of fads and
California is considered its own culture. I
Like
mean,
what?
yeah, it definitely is. Like
once
most
had a
states have their
fire
own
truck
culture within the
come
U.S.
in.
They may not be as well
People
known
paid to
outside the
see her,
U.S.
too. 50
But generally,
credits a
if you're within the
Sounds like
U.S.,
fun.
you can always like identify state
Oh,
cultures.
yeah, it was fun. Till she burned half the food silo down.
Ah, not fun.
See, stuff that's new is exciting, sure, but what really counts is consistency. Reliable.
Can I just buy something? I did have two conversations with this lady. Mysterious key code. Every month. I don't really want to buy haircuts. Really, all you sell is like music, isn't it? She sells MP3s and clothes.
You got a good eye.
And haircuts. I will buy a music track from you. I want to buy the Nartart song.
Looks good to me.
I held that one just for you. Don't be a stranger. Well, hello. Come on in.
Okay, I think we can go plant our plants as well. On top of this, I believe. Can you open up? Thank you.
Oh, it was bad. Real bad.
When is it ever not bad with you?
Stakes were raised, Mosey. The way Zeke was looking at me.
We're
with his
sorry, Cal.
crazy
You will
eyes.
never be
I
recognized as
swear
a
if Cal
master
weren't
because
there,
of
I
that
would have been 6
yee-ass
feet under.
haircut. I mean, seems like a bit of discrimination.
Cal,
I think it's also
I gotta
because
confess
who's there to
Here
declare
we
him a
go.
master at this
that
point?
tech I tried to sell to Ravis, there's more of it in the valley. A building right in the center. You can't miss it. So I was thinking,
Can someone get
you
Cal a
head
proper
there and
lineup?
check things out and we split
You
whatever
really hate
find
this man's
50-50.
haircut, don't you?
We'll see, Turgle.
I think it's perfectly fine.
Glad you came to Kobo, Cal.
Raz,
You're a
yes,
hard
Raz.
worker, aren't you? Always putting others before yourself.
How can you tell?
Smudge of dirt on your pants, whiff of adrenaline.
Also,
Your eyes
Invader
dark
Zim
for
and several other
danger. Alert.
characters.
I call it hunter's eyes. To trap game. A hunter refines her ability to observe. But for the record,
You send GTA in the
your
future?
friendly
Yeah.
demeanor
Well,
don't
will I
fool
send
me
it?
one
Yes. I'm
bit.
kind of waiting to find
right?
out when GTA 6 is
yeah.
going to launch.
You're a
Because
natural
I'd like to
hunter.
have them
You
all
damn
drop
well
in the
know
same
it.
year.
Cal, look at this saloon.
Monk's been really busy.
You don't even sound like you're old
And
enough to
I
drink.
helped by staying out of the way. Did you know there's even a garden on the roof?
Rooftop garden, huh?
That's right. What are you waiting for? It's just up the stairs. Go check it out. Hi, Cal.
Salutations.
Word is there's a traveling troubadour and a DJ droid from the core worlds on Kobo.
Not what I expected you to say. Any idea where they're
I
there?
can't not hear
They went
Razzie,
down
and neither
onto
can
the
I.
Valley Plateau to sample the sounds of the wild.
The sounds of the wild can come from creatures that kill you.
Can't drop those beats if you're dead.
I'll see if I can
Waits
find
for
them.
GTA 6 to launch so we can
suspected as much.
expect. Yeah, GTA 6. I mean, eventually I'll probably just do it anyways if it doesn't happen within, like, I'm assuming by 2024 sometime. Well, no, I'm not really expecting GTA 6 to launch in 2024. That'd be stupid. But, like, I don't know. I'll figure out eventually, like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll start doing them. Maybe only save, like, one of them. Maybe GTA 5 for the same year GTA 6 comes out. Do you already have the footage? I had the footage of San Andreas, GTA 4, and GTA 5.
Greetings, Sojourner.
Just
So it's really about writing scripts and then making a video.
Okay. You don't look like the other prospectors.
No. They unearth riches.
How about Vice City? Doable, but I haven't, like, recorded it yet either.
Make a lot of credits in that line of work?
Wisdom is a good that never decays and is always in short supply. Now is not the time to speak.
Strangest thing, I was enjoying a lively constitutional earlier today.
Really? You?
I deserve that. Anyway, I saw the strangest duo putting around the far side of the valley. One was tall and quiet, one short and babbling. They had stopped to inspect some beastly carcass. This had you written all over it.
I deserve that.
In a while, there will most likely be over a decade between GTA 5 and 6. Well, I suppose, but then again, think about it. How long has Skyrim been waiting for a new game? I mean, Elder Scrolls been waiting for a new game? It's been in like a decade, hasn't it? Wasn't Skyrim like 2011? 12 years, yeah. And what was the time difference between Oblivion and Skyrim? Just like 4 years or something? So they used to come out a lot quicker. But, you know, Skyrim was the one, you know... Nope, that one's gonna, you know... That one's gonna, like, take forever. Luna's arrived, my voice is drawing her in again, once again, huh? I'm sorry about that. Or maybe I should, you should be thanking me. In other cat news, my cat hissed at my neighbor today. It was expected, though.
Ah, lad. Cast your eyes over this beauteous tank.
Glad you came around to it.
It didn't make a fetching first impression. I've a mind to give it a third scrubbing. Cleaning the filter, you'd think someone tried to crab a mollusk through a sieve.
Wouldn't this starfish be dead being attached to his helmet now the water for so long?
So, you wish to prick
Does your
up your
cat like
ears and
anything? Me.
receive the tale of scuba?
But Dex is a weird cat.
We'll listen.
If she gets to know a stranger, she won't like them, but she'll pretend to like them to get them to come close so she can scratch at them.
Okay.
Before then, she just
You're
like
not
runs
sharing
away and
stories,
hides,
Bill.
but eventually she gets brave, like, okay, I can attack this thing.
At your own peril. The story begins in a small village on the frozen banks of Sakavita, my home world.
Does she though? Didn't she attack you? All cats attack their owners. I just think something you put up with as you a cat owner.
Doesn't
You're gonna
sound
get
like
some
the
scratches.
easiest place to grow up.
Difficult, aye. From the moment your mother's milk froze on your tongue to the moment you foundered upon frozen streets. You see, the fishes, they had the right of it. They dwelt far so scarce a quarry. On account of the great fish famine, well, it's nae a mild undertaking. But for all me belly aching now, there's a peaceful enough life for
Sounds
a
like an
wee
abusive
Sicarian
relationship.
with an
It is.
instinct for the road.
So you
But I put
discovered
up with
your
it because
talent
she's
early.
also lays in my lap and
Such a
purrs.
talent was I, that as a lad, me hardly spotted my first prickly chin hair. I was given an audience with Undan. But that be a tale for another time.
Lay down. Hey, Puff, have a good night.
Where were we? Ah, yes. By virtue of my prodigious fishing talents, I was taken to see the mysterious one they call Undan.
Thank you for the cuddles. Well, I can't really get up when she sits there now, can I?
We scuba, ushered into yon black-mouthed cave. I could barely make out a figure glinting with moonlight. I scrubbed my eyes.
This tank looks like it needs cleaning, by the way.
And there she was, a vast creature. Great
You're
tentacles
10% of the way to redeeming Sin Persona.
like cables gorging on a fuel
It's
tank.
impressive, actually.
One of the tentacles twitched into the air, just over my head, and then
So you got like 1 million?
right on the noggin. So
You still talking? Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna click on this guy again.
first acquainted with the deck. But something else happened. I think when that fell tentacle struck me, Undan took something straight out to me brain and put something else.
Thoughts on the talking sea slug diver? If they hadn't made him Scottish, I wouldn't even bother.
Aye, boy. The subtle art of catching a fish. The art of focus. And in the dark, with nothing but the bristles on your chin for company, that focus is special. From that day forward, when I plunged my
They also
eye
made him
into the
tiny, so
frigid
cute.
waters, it would emerge with a fish. 3 times out of 7.
That's less than half.
My village told me that I'd be the one to save them from the great fish famine. Little did I know that the grapnel was soon to arrive on our shores.
Gonna assume that's a bad thing.
Perhaps, lad. And perhaps not. But that'll be a story for another time.
Good. Like this guy's design, but I feel like he belongs in a Marvel movie. That's the problem with a lot of Star Wars stuff recently. A lot of it feels like this is just Marvel again, isn't it? Like it just feels, this feels like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Cal, you've seen that waterfall near the forest, right?
Is that the spot the raiders like to camp out at?
Afraid so.
Those abominable bullies. Why, this gem of the planet ought to be enjoyed by one and
I am
all.
1%
So
with
our
low. Okay,
expedition
yeah.
is a
I
no-go?
was gonna say that was
Not
impressive.
unless you
You got all the
wanna
way to
dodge
the
some
what,
blaster fire.
1 million already,
No thanks.
Is there anywhere on this planet where
and
one
without
can
being a
relax
sub, which I
safely
think
with
gives more.
friends?
There's a few raider-free pockets left. Kobo ain't what it used to be.
Guardians inspired by Star Wars? Yeah, but what? Doesn't really matter anymore, does it? You know, everything will be, you'll fall in. When it comes to Disney, it all becomes one homogenous, slop.
I'll leave you to your new friends.
Catch you later,
Then again,
Cal.
I thought Guardians was inspired by old pulp science fiction, just like Star Wars was, though.
Oh, hey, it's you. I saw you tearing through the woods. Remember me?
Can we not
Name's
have
Toa.
sexy Twi'leks
I'm a
anymore in Star
historian.
Wars? Have we lost even that?
Cal, also freelance. You planning on doing more exploring?
Of course. This is my first time beyond the Mid-Rim, but I can already tell this place is a trove. Centuries ago, folks couldn't wait to scratch out a living under a new sky. And hell, they sure chose a vibrant world.
Vibrant, huh?
Still none of sound left. Just
Hey,
start streaming
let me know if you
24/7. We
find
can
any
pump
more
the
of those
number. Yeah, I'll get
chambers,
right
yeah?
on that.
Will do.
Cal, I heard about a meditation chamber.
You gonna check it out?
I wish. It
How
takes
dare
some
you
serious
sexualize a woman's body? I
acrobatics to
know
access
it's the
it,
greatest of
and
sins.
I could give it a shot, Toa.
A shot. This coming from the guy who scales basalt pillars in the time it takes me to date my field journal. Happy hunting, you two.
I'm picking up a way too many side quests right now.
Cal, how good to see you.
You too, Z.
Should you find any data discs from my day, I'd be happy to decrypt them for you. I imagine there are many that remain lost on Kobo.
We'll let you know if we do.
Cal, I hope I'm not intruding, but what happened to your Jedi Master?
He died during the purge. Gave his life so I could escape.
You're getting a
Still
Twitter
hear
death
his
squad
last
on it? Oh,
words.
God. You got one of those, huh?
Just only in the Force.
Oh, Cal, I am so very sorry.
It was a long time ago.
2 centuries later,
Look, Chad, I can
and
explain
Master
myself.
Kree's last directive still rattles my memory banks.
I'll never forget.
You'll remember his master? He was
That's how they're
voiced
still
by
with us.
that guy that always
think you're
plays like
right
cops
about
and
that.
law enforcement characters. That's all I remember about him.
How may I serve? That could be a
Oh, you sell
favorite.
perks? I see. I've got 7 data discs. Equilibrium. Using a force ability increases the damage to the next lightsaber attack. Oh, these are idle animations from my robot. And new legs for it. Max force regen, but max force goes down. Super meter. Healing stems also fill a small amount of the super meter. Gain more experience from defeating enemies. Seems like the one I should go for. Absorb 1 hit without being interrupted while sprinting. That's also, well, while sprinting. Yeah, we're going to go for the experience one though.
Here you go.
I hope this will assist you.
Travis Willingham, that's the dude. You could explain yourself, but then I'll just take that out of context. I know that's why I didn't bother offering it. It'd only make it worse. Where'd the perks go again? Do you oh, there we are. What do I got currently? Attacks are more effective at breaking enemies' guards, and block meter is increased. Yeah, we gotta take this one off. Wait, how do we remove it? Oh, it can only be done in meditation voice. Shit. Oh, the tank state is dirty. Yeah, I noticed. How do I solve that? Yeah, you can collect fish and plants in this game. Hey, fucking clean the tank.
See, I still can't believe you were down in the basement for 200 years. Didn't you get lonely?
You take the fish out, you put them in bags. So I don't think that's gonna be that in depth.
Imagine if you were.
How do I get up to the ceiling? I was told there's like a ceiling that I can get to and go do some planting. Oh, here we go.
Not bad, huh, buddy? Conditions are perfect for a garden. All right, let's try planting these seeds we found. I think they'll like it there, buddy. This would be a good place for it.
I have no idea what this gains me, by the way. If it gains me anything.
Good spot to grow.
might want to choose a different plot for that one. Rooftop Garden. You've discovered the Rooftop Garden at Pylon Saloon, where you can plant seeds discovered in your journey. Cut special floor to collect seed pods, which contain multiple seeds. Some pods contain new colors. Some plants in different sizes, with larger ones requiring more space to grow. Garden overview. You can unlock... Okay, does it do anything for me? Is it just one of those, like, yeah, it doesn't really do anything. Hit the tree, idiot. Thank you. It's pretty aesthetic. I'm assuming, yeah, we also unlock new plots to plant more shit in, but if there's no reward in it, why would I do it, though?
Got a solid beginning here. Let's build on it.
Okay, I think we're gonna go do a story mission now. I picked up a lot of side quests, but I'll wait before I do. I need to make some progress. We'll do some of the side quests later. Space Weed. We're an upstanding Jedi. You think we're gonna, like, break galactic law like that? Star Wars nerds are the type to get into decorating spaces with but only with collectible action figures. Not just like, here's some plants. Is it galactic law? I'm assuming that the Empire looks down on drug use. Authoritarian governments usually aren't too fond of it.
Stay alert out there.
Qui-Gon Jinn was definitely a weed smoker. Why? Because he was so chill. I mean, you can be chill without smoking the ganja, you know. Oh, I need 3 for this one, huh? Does the Empire have universal healthcare? You know what? They never got into that one, surprisingly. I'm assuming if it is, it's only for humans, though. Alright, we are headed to... We're headed to... Jeddah.
Bound for Jeddah.
Must feel good to get back in the cockpit after so long.
Fine. Just getting used to things.
Never been to Jeddah. We headed to the city?
Nah, last I heard, Seer was holed up in the desert with some weird hermits called anchorites. I just wish he'd pick a more lively cult.
We're getting a signal from Jeddah.
That's Seer. I sent word ahead that we'd be visiting. Let me put it up on the holoprojector.
I got it.
Everyone at school thought I was high all the time because I looked and acted it. Apparently, but I didn't even drink alcohol until I was 19. Never mind. Actually, weirdly enough, a lot of people in my school thought I was like a big pothead too. They even gave me like nicknames for it. Weirdly enough, a lot of people called me Snoop. I was undeserved. It was not a deserved nickname, but they associate Snoop Dogg with, you know, smoking weed. I was like, I'm not really a smoker though. I don't even know where it started at. I'm assuming someone just like, you know, started a rumor and it just spread. Snoop Dogg, you know, they just like, I was always very confused. Where'd this begin at?
Cal Kestis, it is an honor.
Yeah, hi. Is Seer there?
We eagerly
Snoop
await
Dogg's
your
cookbook
arrival.
is quite good. You know what? A
However,
friend of mine
a
recently
dust
said
storm
she got
sweeping
one of her
over our
friends gifted
location.
that to her. What
It
kind of
is
Snoop?
too dangerous
What does
for your
Snoop Dogg
ship to
cook?
land.
How will I get to you?
Master Junda has arranged for an escort who will guide you to us.
Wait, she's sending someone else?
I will
And is it
transmit
written in the
rendezvous
language of
coordinates to
Snoop?
your pilot.
You're gonna need
Okay, I got
4 tablespoons of
Disembark
time,
with
my
caution.
nizzle.
Imperial
Oh,
patrols have
shizzle.
been
Or
seen
does he
in
still
the
say
high
that
desert.
shit?
Thanks for the warning.
Never say that again. It was meant to be as cringy as possible, and I'll say it anytime I want.
I wonder what kind of weirdo she's gonna send to meet you.
And the Empire's there too.
Almost 23, never touch illicit substances. You know what? Good for you. You don't need them. Tuba's great at serving up some brownies and lean. Also had a Snoop in my years in high school. She was a real stoner though, hooking on bongs in class. Looking at bongs in class and coming back from lunch completely hammered. At least she lived up and deserved the nickname then. The recipes are great. My friend Kate got me your cookbook too a year or so ago. Christmas. It was though it was from your Chef Ramsay. You know, it's got some pretty good ones in there though. Almost 40 have smoked acres of wheat. Acres, he says. Okay, this is another one of those worlds that just looks like Tatooine, isn't it?
Shouldn't you be heading out, Cal?
Just wanted to make sure you're all right.
What, do you think I'm not all right?
Your hands were shaking.
What is
on landing.
acres? It's a
You were
parcel
watching
of
my hands
land,
during landing?
and
That's creepy.
I don't know if it's like standardized across everywhere, but it's like when you buy land, you're buying acres.
Watch yourself out there.
Be careful out there. No pointless heroics, yeah?
Grease, have you been telling stories
Hectares
about me?
for a metric ton. Yeah, there
plenty
you go.
of things to talk about besides you, kid.
Cal?
Yep, every fucking Star Wars world, it's always got to have its Tatooine, even if it's not called Tatooine. Have a YouTuber goes by "You suck at cooking" book. Is it just like bad recipes then?
Let's go find Seer's escort. The rendezvous point is up ahead.
It's just the same planet. This is a new planet. It just more desert than the other one was like savannah. To be fair, the most planets would likely just be giant deserts, or well, depends. If desert just means like there's nothing there, then yeah, I suppose so. But this is clearly a world that has a breathable atmosphere, so I'm assuming it's not all desert. Tatooine actually didn't used to be a desert. It got turned into one after it got like destroyed. Wanted to go get the bug. Are we in the desert levels of Uncharted? Yeah, sure, why not? That's right, nothing survives. Even if it's not attacking me. Because it would have when I got over here. Cal, you really need to invest in better shoes if you're having trouble walking up slopes like this. Oh, it's so slippery. Like people's grandparents could walk up this.
Time to climb. Hang on, BD.
What kind of planet would you want to see in this game that would make it more I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm usually more interested in space stations than I am like planets sometimes, weirdly enough. Like a really interesting space station.
Gotta be careful.
Because I feel like all the stuff you can currently do, you can like explore on a planet has already been done. You got your desert world, your ice world, your jungle world, your lava world, your forest world. They're all there. Also, that Russian guy was selling hard drug and found with close to 20K worth of drugs in his locker. Was pretty cool seeing the cops just blocking the scooter.
JEDI.
I'm assuming this was something that happened in school.
Not bad. Let's check it out.
How is Cal good at climbing but shit at walking? Yo, excellent question. He just bad shoes, man. He just doesn't want to like get proper grip.
Let's stay off the sand, buddy.
And worms.
Don't want to end up a snack.
All that academy training wasted, said in Buzz Lightyear's. I don't remember. Did he have like a bunch of sliding issues in the first game? Bashu is barefooted when you're indoors, yes. Chat, I have a question for you. It determines what I think of you. When you're at home, do you go barefoot or do you wear your socks?
Oh, hello.
Barefoot depends. Barefoot. Sometimes socks. If it's cold, I wear socks because I sweat a lot. Barefoot, seen a lot of barefoots. Wear house shoes. I have indoor flip-flops, slippers, barefoot. I'm a sock guy. I feel like I'm like, you know, odd man out here because everyone's usually barefoot or slippers. I almost always have my socks on. I should have clarified, not assuming if it's cold out, yeah, then you definitely want to wear something warm. You sweat a lot on your feet? Usually your feet don't really sweat though, do they? Well, yeah, they do, just not as much. Alright, here's the next question. For those of you who like to go barefoot, do you ever notice yourself walking on like your tiptoes without using your heel when you're walking around your house barefoot? Or it actually works even if you're in socks. If as long as you're not wearing slippers indoors, do you ever notice that you walk on your like, I don't know, I do that when I'm like walking around my house, or my apartment I guess to say. I'm always like walking on like my front, like just my toes. Like I don't like land on my heel. It makes for very quiet. I guess I'm used to that because I used to like be like worried about, you know, making noise and upsetting neighbors. Not anymore, but I guess it's just got ingrained in me. So it's like way quieter to like walk that way. And so I guess it's now my normal. So I will like never have my heel hitting the ground when I'm inside. Also know a girl also named Chrissy who would walk on her toes at all times. There's some people who do that actually. Some people say it's like better for your foot. I'm not sure how true that is, but some people claim it. There was a trend back in like the late 2000s of those shoes that were like open-toed. Well, they were barely shoes. They're like plastic socks essentially with like toes built into them that you could wear. Like it's much more natural, you know. If you remember, like, the Mirror's Edge character wore them. I think they fell out of style pretty quickly, though. Oops. They didn't look great. Yeah, I feel like they would just be unsafe because you just... Oh, I feel like you do damage to your toes often. Like anything can get dropped on your foot at any moment. And your shoe at least provides some protection against that. But I don't know. That's just one of the things I wonder, like, how many people else, like, walk around their socks when they're indoors all the time, and also how many of you just, like, are always up on your, basically, just the front part of your foot. I just come to kill that thing and that's it. Oh yeah, another one of those, like, very, very steep slopes. You remember Heeley shoes, the ones with wheels in them? I remember seeing kids use them, yeah. They seem like they're just like, they don't make very good shoes or they don't make very good skates. So those things, we can sell this only to children. I don't think I can make that over there without dying. Come on, that's not, that's... Okay, maybe I didn't find where I'm supposed to jump in here. I remember being a kid and thinking quicksand was a big deal. I remember being fascinated with any mud that would be able to suck my shoes off. And think it's quicksand. So even though it's like probably a pain in the ass, if I found a big enough mud pit that could literally make it so my shoes would get sucked up, I was jumping in that sucker. Like, oh yeah, quicksand. It's like Indiana Jones now. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do in here. I mean, there's obviously platforming up there to do, but I can't figure out how to get up to it. I can't wall run this stuff. It turns out quicksand isn't a real thing. You just have mud. That's all it is. I mean, you can definitely like die in mud. It just, you know, doesn't happen too often, I feel. Well, you can at very least get stuck in it, maybe. Alright. Probably gonna die here. Oh, no, we made it. You into bed, Mike? Have a good night, man. Thanks for sticking with us.
You think we're safe here? What are you doing here? Hit him again! Get in there!
Actually, a flamethrower would be a very good weapon I feel to use against a Jedi. Though a flamethrower itself is a pretty shitty weapon in most cases. Tonight is a cozy night. It is a very comfortable chat tonight. Good morning, what's up, my guy? How are you tonight, man? I can get over there, but I'm not sure that helps me any. Drank your tea? I didn't have any tea today, actually. Didn't feel like making any of it.
Nice. Looks like a prayer wheel.
Okay, well, over for a prayer wheel. I risked my life. There's a fucking worm trying to eat me. Is that the worm from Tremors? I don't know. We haven't seen its body yet. I'm going to assume probably not. There you go. You saw it. Come on. There's a clear case I hit the ledge. Deceased, actually not dead, I just lost some health. This game's a bit more forgiving than your average Dark Souls game. I guess I gotta make a run up there, because I can't think of where else to go. Played this section yesterday, was pretty lame.
We'll break camp at first light.
We're running low on water.
If we do not find an oasis, we will never reach Pilgrim's Crossing.
Okay, we gotta get on that. Assume it grabs you and genuinely places you back where you were. Nice worm, actually. Well, or it's just a game mechanic. We're like, you know what? We're not gonna kill the player for that one. JEDI, like the planet from Rogue One. That's what it's called. If that's what was in the game, I mean that movie. I assume so. I didn't watch that one though. This is a desert world. I'm not sure if it's it's a desert area. I'm not sure if it's a desert world though. Please don't tell me I gotta actually make this platforming challenge. Yep, I do.
This is strange.
What? Oh, it's a challenge room.
I won't let you get in our way.
Already honored.
Hurry! I will end you. Here, buddy.
Okay, fuck you. Ouch. Okay, that's the one wonder. Does that count as a real death?
It's an echo
Thankfully
in the
not.
force, but somehow incomplete. Damaged.
Those Mendos? I'm not sure. Maybe.
Whatever I did, doesn't seem to have helped. The echo's still here.
Hey, that's a lot of this is a very unfair fight. Everyone's got like I'm just gonna like kill these guys shooting at me first.
You can fight at least. I'll give you that.
Missing damage. Going in.
Fight me, traitor.
Cool, I'm done.
Fun. Fun.
You scum! Gotcha!
Throw it.
Hey.
How about that? Sorry!
Use time still? I think I got it.
That's a useful droid, huh?
Your powers mean nothing, you coward. I'll watch you bleed.
Okay, you using all your red moves in a conga line, ain't cool. Okay, now I'll use this. Fuck's sake.
Didn't work.
Parry game weak. It's hard to parry when you can't parry the red moves, and they were using them back to back on me.
I can do this.
Get ready. That is justice. Catch this. Damage. Jab.
Now.
Move in.
I missed Darth Abtone? Not tonight. Not yet. Now you're missing like me trying to like get my ass kicked. That is a really poorly put together fight, I must say.
No luck, BD. Focus, Cal.
I got a bit for that.
Is agile.
Stim!
It's over. Within acceptable parameters.
Oh, come on, you piece of shit! Oh, I hate it. I was doing good there, too. I got pissed off there. Sorry about that. I know it's shocking when you see anger from a, true anger these days.
Gotta stay calm.
Health was full? I don't know. I'm guessing it. I guess my heal went off the same time I died, maybe.
Immobilized. You must die. Attack them. Push them.
Another stim.
System damage. Your time is over. Take this.
I'll get it. I will get it. Now it's a matter of pride.
I don't think that worked. I can do this.
It must be done.
Charging weapon. Long range. How well This Jedi is
it's two guys shooting at me down.
You cannot escape. You hesitate.
I need help.
Oh, it's so bullshit because the way their attacks work is that there's someone doing a fucking unblockable red move.
Little help.
You coward!
Fuck you. This is a very poorly designed fight with the way these guys work. They just threw that like, yeah, whatever. Oh god, that's stupidly put together.
This is quite the display.
Advancing on the enemy.
A little stim? Okay, okay.
Yeah, the two Mandalorian guys, or ladies, I guess, really fucking tough.
You got me!
Your skill is inadequate.
Time to end you!
Target is weakened.
Right here, buddy.
You are weak. A near miss. He's playing.
How they go?
Wait, I can make one of you fight for me, right? Does that not work? I guess it doesn't let me do that here.
Look at you go.
There!
Give him what for?
Let's like chip them away a little bit first.
You're afraid?
Punch it away.
I'm out of force juice, never mind. Can't break them up either. I can't kite one to get away from the others.
I win some.
What is out there? You know, it slows down time for a few seconds. But even these guys can still block you even when time is frozen.
Attack the enemy. This one's quick.
Give me more!
Why do you try?
He just hurt me more, Cal.
Not like this.
Oh no, I was about to kill that motherfucker. Oh, piece of shit.
Need an assist.
Attack! Attack!
Here we go.
Stab him!
Now it's doable.
That was nothing! Lift off!
Oh.
Eat it!
Oh. Fuck that. What did I get from all that, my trouble?
That did the trick.
skill point. Okay, that's not too shabby.
Focus, Cal.
Oh no, no, I don't want to fight it again. I didn't. It just lets you do it again if you want. No, no, I don't want to. I already got my skill point. Get me out of here. Pat on the back. Yeah, you gotta feel good about yourself.
It's gone now. We did it.
Yeah, that was a completely optional area too, by the way. You've had first bullshit. What about second bullshit? Alright, so somehow I gotta get over there, and I didn't see the way earlier. Well, there's the... Oh, I see, that way. Moving on now. That's a good lean he's got against nothing. Shoot at your friends.
What did I do now?
I said shoot at your friends.
Enemy.
Chores today. Cleaning, trash, recycling. Gonna do some laundry in a bit. Took some cashew nut chicken for dinner the next couple days. Oh, meal prep, huh? Yeah, I actually need to clean my place soon. Filth is getting a bit dusty.
Looks like a scroll. Can't imagine how long it's been here.
I mean, I got a cat, so that always make cleaning a bit more necessary, because I don't know about everyone else's cat, but Deck sheds a lot. I don't know where she gets that so much hair, though.
Is that Nautilin holding a lightsaber? Reminds me of Master Fisto.
Mr. Kit Fisto. Oh, yeah, I remember vaguely that, man. Turns out blue does mean use force. My hunch went crazy. Yeah, the game probably mentioned that at some point. I just wasn't paying attention.
Gunship's heading towards the rendezvous. They're gonna beat us to Seer's escort.
Oh, what the fuck? Why'd that happen, huh?
I see him.
Oh, okay. Hairless cats for the win. I actually like those cats, but they're one, expensive to buy, and I feel that they also have, you have to like, they're a bit more needy because you gotta like put the clothes on them and stuff. And I think you have to get them baths too, don't you? Probably, yeah.
Sit, please, buddy. Good save.
All right. Uh-oh. Alright, I guess we just gotta run. For that.
This guy does not give up. Gotta respect that.
What? Oh, I got called to the bar. Place used to be the Statue of Liberty, but those maniacs blew it all to hell. Yeah, well, it was a Jedi lady, right? But yeah, I guess I could stand for liberty.
What's this?
Yeah, you could at least give me some experience game from scanning all this garbage. Kit Fisto was a dude? Yeah, well, maybe they have multiple genders. I don't know. It's an alien race. Maybe the dudes are the ladies in that world. I don't know. I don't care. Look, you can't expect me to know what the gender of the name Kit Fisto is. Aren't you an alien? Am I am if I go to one else's world? Hasn't happened yet, though.
Imps.
I'm gonna have to dress them, throw some blinks. What is this?
Maybe someone at Sears base
Clean
would know
them
what to
too
make
much.
of
It
this.
makes them have more sebum. Only thing is that the couch and curtains need more cleaning. What for those hairless cats? Fisto is a gender-neutral name. I mean, Kid is as well, kind of.
Let's get to work.
Fisto was killed 3 seconds into arrest. Oh yeah, I remember that. Didn't he like kill like 3 Jedis all at once? And he like yelled. He like he just moved weird toward them. You know what? Palpatine just made a lot of weird noises in the prequels, didn't he? He's like, dib it. Dib it. And then they're like hissing and like, like yeah. Yeah. There's like one scene where like Anakin is fighting, what's his name? Count Dooku on the spaceship in the beginning of the 3rd movie, and Palpatine's like chained up on a throne. And during the middle of the fight, it like cuts to Senator Palpatine, or Emperor Palpatine at that point. And he just like, yeah. He's like, yeah. That's all it is. There's no lines. He's like, yeah. I swear it's there. You can go watch the clip. He's like, get. And it cuts away. That was all they needed is go, get. He also was propositioning fatherless boys. Well, yes. But he's, you know, he's acknowledged he's a bad guy, so. Not like he's ever a role model. An environmental model at the art installation, so I just stood there, got painted, and then had pics taken. Oh, you mean like body art stuff? Body paint model once, and was painted like the Statue of Liberty. It's on your Instagram. They use like the latex stuff. That's what you. That's like, you know, or was it just like, yeah, just like, I don't know. Or was it just like, yeah, just let's slop some paint on him? It was the latex stuff. How awkward was it?
We gotta find the escort before the Empire does.
Since I'm assuming you kind of gotta be like nude or near nude for like body painting. You know, like wearing pasties or something. What? Oh, thank you for the bits. Thank you for the 100 bits, in fact. Pretty cool. It was the year a certain someone got elected, so they added a bleeding heart and had me crying tears of red. Ah. Statement, I see. Had pasties and a skirt on the bottom. I don't want to spin these points. I think I might spin these on survival. Cows, yeah, I need more health.
Let's keep going.
I'm assuming that was a paying gig too, right? Or was it just like volunteer work? Was that not okay? Okay, that looked like that's where I needed to go. $450, not bad actually. They fly now? I'm sorry, but if I see a stormtrooper like flying, I gotta say that. And this is before they technically started flying, actually. This is like well before like the new trilogy. This is before even the original trilogy. So this is like they flew back then? That was awkward looking. Whoops, I actually wasted that. They had jet troopers in the Battlefront games? Yeah, but that's Battlefront games. I'm talking about the movies. Oh, it's our goth girlfriend. I never understood. Is she just like got magic? Because it doesn't look like force powers to me. It is magic, so actually there's something separate from the Force. There's just magic in the world of Star Wars now.
You been watching me?
Like old times. Surprised to see me.
I thought they'd send someone a bit more...
A different type of Force magic. Oh, okay.
Unfamiliar.
I would not be so quick to judge, Cal Kestis. Much has changed since we last saw each other.
I can see that.
Come. My speeder is this way.
Your land speeder? Stormtroopers found it.
Then we will take care of them.
And it looks like they found us too. You ready?
Just try to keep up, Jedi. You don't stand a chance.
You made me miss. You just stole my kill.
I have missed fighting at your side. Cal, the wall!
We're coming. Let's take it down together.
I'm with you, Jedi. Unlocking the gap. Strike now!
Oh, ow, 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 ow.
Say the word. I'll hold them. That's the last of them.
I think store those in this weird crypt.
Looks like you have too.
Offering services for students will get you clients, check art programs. Okay, you're like giving business advice to someone, right? Just kiss already. I have no emotional investment. But you know what?
See anything
She's got a
we
good
can
look
use?
to her. And now she's wearing jeans. Even better look.
I picked up an ascension cable. See anything I can latch onto?
How's this?
Why'd I have to pick up an ascension cable when I already had one? What was she wearing before? Is like a sorceress dress or something. What I remember the first game.
I thought you were off traveling the galaxy.
He's like a night sister, right?
Jeddah.
Jeddah is part of the galaxy, Cal.
Good to know.
I visit Seer from time to time.
Yeah, she can teleport with her force powers wherever they are.
Offer to guide you.
Maybe someone at Seer's base would know what to make of this.
We must get to the other side. Yes, that could work. storm is coming.
He's wearing a Mortal Kombat skin. I guess that's one way of deciding it. Or, you know, describing it, I mean. Storm is coming. You know, that's a line that could either be written for a trailer or just because someone didn't put much thought into it.
I like the sound of that.
How do you know? It's just a speeder. Pretty banged up one, too. It's a long walk. Some of the pilgrims live in caves, I've heard. Just let me know if you see anything.
Is there actually like teleporting force powers as well? Because feels like
We need to take them
a little
down
out of
before
place,
more
to be
arrive.
honest with you.
Just like that time on Nar Shaddaa.
Precisely. I'll follow your lead.
Yeah, she seems more effective
That's
than a
a
Jedi
first.
with this stuff. Like, I can just like telekinetically push some stuff. Oh, well, cool. I was gonna kill him, you know.
Stim here, BD.
Teleportation is almost a thing. The sequel trilogy is almost a thing in the sequel trilogy? Oh. They blew up your ride, did they? She related the Jedi were chasing? No. She was like in the first game. She's a Night Sister, I think is what they're called.
You okay?
Of course. Unlike my speeder. Even if the storm subsided, Seer is too far to reach on foot.
Nice.
What are you thinking?
Might be able to hitch a ride.
All right. Follow me. You haven't learned to fly yet, have you?
Afraid not.
Then we must find another way across.
I think it's just me, but you might be underestimating the use of different stances for different situations, like the dual blade. Actually, yeah, I know this is better for when you have groups of enemies, I'm aware. I just usually forget to change to it. So I really just like the single saber, to be honest.
There. See it?
I do.
Okay, you're just using like Reparo now. Are you from Hogwarts Legacy by any chance? Oh, well, my girlfriend let me die.
You haven't lost your edge. BD seems a step slow. Learn to take a joke, droid.
Put that over there. There's a thing over there. Star Wars Legacy. What explains your powers, lady? Are you a correct galaxy? She's like Force Witch or something. I'm not sure how it works. I think it's probably like new stuff. Uses the green side of the Force.
You're not stuck, are you?
And she likes to jump scare us. Night Sisters have been around since Legends. Are they always this, like, magical, though? I just don't see how their powers are Force related. It's like, why couldn't Jedis do this shit?
Watch out!
Are you trying to kill me?
Sorry, I thought.
It's all right, Cal. Stand by. I will fix this.
Like, literally, Reparo.
What are you doing?
Restoring the pattern you threw into chaos.
Incredible. That looked exhausting.
What's your midichlorian
Need a
count?
break?
The storm is coming. I will rest when we arrive at Seer Base.
Where'd you learn that?
Dathamir.
You went home?
Yes. My sisters are gone, but their wisdom remains.
Aren't there like, wasn't something introduced like force gods by the way as well in like the cartoon or something? They have like living like interpretations of the force. Can we play as her instead? Nope.
Ah, the spammels.
They stopped at an oasis. Getting closer.
Good. And they can embody two of the force gods in the TV, so they're not very good gods then, are they?
We should never have made this journey.
May the Jedi protect us.
Maybe someone at Seer's base would know what to make of this. It just won't open.
What is a god to a non-believer? Well, I'm assuming that if you're a Jedi, you believe in something. I don't know how it works. Whatever. Technically, one was dying and the other one had daddy issues. Oh, daddy issues, I mean, okay. I feel like if you're a god and you had, I mean, hey, Kratos had daddy issues and he just got stronger from it, you know. That's no excuse.
No word yet. Keep trying to establish contact.
I just find the concept dumb because didn't they already explain the origins of the Force as being midichlorians? How can they just, oh yeah, there's also Force gods. I thought it was like symbiotic life forms in all of our cells. Okay, that's all I do. It's good. Midichlorians are the powerhouse of the Force. I mean, that's what they're based off, is mitochondria, since those are present in all of our cells, and life would not be possible without them. How do you lightly tap with a lightsaber? I mean, you don't really need to hit it very hard at all with a lightsaber. It's literally like a blade of plasma. It'll cut through something without putting any force.
Baron, you got it?
Of course. I'll meet you on the other side.
Brawly is maximum. Smash and bash, do you believe now? Didn't an evil female monster come from these gods that Luke had to deal with? Wait, Luke had to deal with them as well? Oh shit, I'm dead. Oh, ceiling. Oh yeah, flint door. What is it you want to scan? Do it already.
Nice job.
Typing on mobile sucks, yeah. Especially if you got big fingers. You're always like getting weird typos. She's a goth ninja, Chad. Even better. I'm glad we got to watch that scene.
They're scared of you.
I know. They have taken to calling me the Desert Ghost.
Desert ghost, huh?
Haunting Imperials has become a hobby of mine.
Like that guy who typoed clearly or vaginally speaking. Oh, that's the old stream lore at this point. The old vaginally speaking. Okay, can you like not stand behind me and so your ass is present when I'm trying to look up? You make me feel weird. And a pervert. Also, thank you for the bits, by the way.
Maybe someone at Sears base would know what to make of this.
Oh, there goes all of his fingernails. Jedi aren't supposed to have sexual feelings? Oh, what's not him, it's me. I mean, I don't think he's technically a Jedi. He's a Jedi in name only. And also, that's the old Jedi Order. I don't think Luke follows that bit of it, does he?
It must have taken lifetimes to build this place. Now the people who built it are gone.
I came across the remnants of many civilizations during my travels. All things decay, Cal Kestis.
Not everything.
Dart brought up weird typos. I remember to go. I mean, that was a real pretty good moment in the chat. Right up there with me saying, like, happy funeral. Luke had a lot of sex in the Legends timeline. I'm glad that's been recorded. Well, it's not canon no more, but it's Legends then, right? I'm assuming that's how they want me to do that. That's how I did it. Oh, no, they wanted me to jump over there. Hear me do it properly. Jedi practice lifelong abstinence? Well, they're just like the Catholic Church then.
Know who this was?
I don't, but Seer might. BD, does he look like Cal?
Fun fact, Hamill didn't know about that until after the... Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure no one knew about it because it was invented afterward. It's all like, yeah, all this was thought out beforehand. It's like, oh no, I have all three of the prequel movies in my head. I just decided to start with the fourth one because I felt it was from... I don't know. I love your Lucas. It's very easy to do a Lucas impression.
Seer says Jeddah was once home to many who revered
You just imagine a very shy
Perhaps
rich
they
man.
My kind. There's the Oasis.
Who also doesn't really know what he's talking about half the time. Look, he uses his little laser sword. It's like I sold my child to white slavers. Always the best Lucas line too, by the way. I mean, we've all been there, Lucas. We've all sold a child or two to white slavers. You have not? Well, what's keeping you up?
You fought well.
Let's check it out.
So that was all that was over here? Nothing. I'm pretty sure that's death if I fell down too. Force yourself to laugh if you can sustain it for 60 seconds. It releases endorphins. Oh, well, those life hacks, huh? Man, wouldn't it be nice if you could actually get high just from laughing? I feel like we got screwed over by nature. You can get high from paint. Well, yeah, that's a chemical substance. Nature's always been a dick, yeah. It only gives you what you need, not what you want. God. That's why, chat, we must transcend nature. Gene editing all the way.
Ready yourself for combat. You always love to climb.
Comes in handy.
If that was a joke, I hope you fall.
Oh, I forgot you can fly now.
Seems like you're hurt.
Good work, Jedi.
So is that what Titus was doing? Just forcing himself to laugh so he get like a dopamine rush?
Storm's getting closer.
We will shelter in Seer's base. It is hidden from the Empire in the high desert.
That's just a shortcut, right? Yeah, I've been over there. Oh, it's the first thing.
Let's take a look.
Juk seems like the kind of guy who uses substances. No, that man's clean. He plays sports professionally. He drinks. He does do that, but I don't think he does anything but drinking. And he quit that too. After he, like, hurt the shoop off.
A Skriton lair.
But where's the Skriton?
Something's coming.
Let's take him down together.
Agreed.
I need one.
That hurt.
Need a sim. Hit him, Aaron.
I think she's actually doing more damage than I am here. Go ahead and kill her, girl. Fuck it up.
Good work.
You too.
I hear you, BD. Let's see.
Titus or Lightning? Who's a better character? Titus. That's not even a question that needs to think about. I mean, chat, do you really, you already know when you ask me who's a better character, Lightning or such and such? Probably know it's not gonna be Lightning, right? Or any character from FF13. In the beginning, I think this Empire doesn't care about the life of its stormtroopers any.
Help me out.
Must I?
Tell you why Lightning sucks. I've got an entire 3-part video on it.
Thanks.
Seer would be disappointed if I left you to die in the desert.
Lightning or Steven Seagal? Steven Seagal is real and it's caused real harm in reality. So in that case, he wins. As the biggest asshole. As bad as Lightning is, she is a fictional character and has never done anything but bore people.
The Spammel.
You really think you can tame one?
Worth a shot.
An oasis! We're saved!
Now we have the strength to reach the crossing.
May the Jedi watch over us.
But what if it's like non-drinkable water?
Maybe someone at Sears base would know what to make of this.
I wonder what spammels eat. What do you eat, beast?
Are you really asking the animal what it eats?
The storm nears. We must go.
Even Seagal or Sephiroth. Even chat. You asking me? Sephiroth is a good character, so what's even the question there? Remember, Sephiroth chose to fight Lightning over Cloud. Even he wanted her dead. Lightning or Lightning? Who's the other Lightning? Or you mean Lightning McQueen from Cars 2 and Cars 3? I think Lightning from Final Fantasy 13 is still worse than him. Alright, let me tame one of these things. It's like a turtle plus giraffe.
There we go, buddy. You want a hand?
Thank you. But I can manage. That's right.
Do you like more snow, vanilla, or lightning? I don't have to like any of them. Long horse. Okay, okay, I have some evolutionary discussion. Normally an animal would only evolve to be like this if it needs to reach high up sources of nutrients like leaves on trees. That's why giraffes are the way they are. This is nothing but a desert with like barren rocks. What does this thing need to like reach up and you eat? Crevices, it eats crevices, so yes.
Not with our new friend. And now we have time to catch up.
No kidding. It's been years. You must have seen the entire galaxy.
Almost.
How was it?
Amazing. The sinking city of Karatao, the Persaya Cliffs. This galaxy suffers. But there is still beauty.
Any run-ins with the Empire?
Yes. These are dark times. I helped those I could.
I'm just glad you're all right.
You as well. Wherever I went, you were never far from my thoughts.
Ride the Shupov?
Maybe
Don't
someone
run away
at
from me.
Sears base would know what to make of this.
Okay, that's just a shortcut. Everyone goes a girl. Who? Why is everyone afraid of women? They're so easy to push over.
Easy
Wait till
now.
she knocks out a guy in front of all of the other guys. No, it has to be a guy that's like 100 pounds her body weight as well to make it really, you'll sink in. Well, it's the truth. Oh, almost killed you there. They have a well, technically, men would be easier to push over than women because men's center of balance is in their shoulders while women's are in their hips. Save myself, chat. No cancellation. All by using biological facts.
Slower now.
Wait, haven't I been? Yeah, I've been here already, haven't I? Okay, we're going over there.
That's the way back.
You already fell, Doki Doki Hard Eyes. I missed it. Are we catching Dartigan? Nope, no one's catching me. Except these hands. Thought it's the lamest thing you ever fucking say, and I decided, you know what? Why not? How the alien camel doing? It's kind of awkward. I ain't got no hands. How am I playing this game with a controller?
All right.
Still waiting for that near replicant video. I mean, I still have the footage of it. I just have other things to work on right now. I mean, I've got like probably like 2 to 3 dozen games, all the footage for it stored on my computer and that are waiting on videos. With D's nuts. You know, I gotta ask, what's it like for when you're a woman and you make a D's nuts joke? You're concerned about how it survives? I mean, we don't need to worry about it. We didn't create it. I like to giggle to myself immaturely. I mean, we all do.
Easy.
Oh, wait. Oh, I go up here. Okay, yeah, this was like a slidey part last night.
Never seen a storm like that.
It's hard to tell how long one will last.
Let's not wait to find out.
My thoughts exactly.
Do the worms eat these things? Good question. I don't know.
You've avoided
Find these a D's nuts joke immature? Well, yeah, they are meant to be immature.
I need her help. We're looking for something connected to the Order.
Interesting. Are you still upset with us for leaving?
I didn't see it coming, Marin. All of us going our separate ways.
I understand, Cal. But we had our reasons.
Easy, easy.
Them ovaries are the biggest balls? I mean, are they actually bigger inside? Never thought of that before. Dax, don't you go near my power cables again like last night.
Whoa.
Ovaries? Yeah, ovaries compared to balls in size. What was her reason, Space Lady? I don't know, she hasn't given it to us yet. She just wanted to see the galaxy, I think. It's like, I want to see the world, Cal. I mean, all the worlds, Cal.
Spammel friend, can you go any faster?
Hurry!
We have to hurry. Faster.
Can't make it go into another gear. Hello, how's the total jet? Well, we're riding a big, lizard camel right now across a desert.
We need to hurry up.
Spammel's scared. It's fighting me. Easy does it.
This turned into Uncharted 3. We're literally looking for a lost city, to a degree, or a lost planet with a lost place on it. Wait, how did we get separated from our goth girlfriend? We just got thrown off a Campbell. She has to be right in the same area.
Marin! Marin!
God, games are so lazy when it comes to separating characters sometimes.
Marin! Can you hear me?
Whatever happened to Lost Planet? Capcom made 3 of them, and they don't really seem like they're interested in reviving it. Chat, what happens if you land on your lightsaber and the button flips on?
Marin! We're coming!
Hold up, I want to check over here, though. You can teleport? Yeah, but why didn't you, like, hey, here you are. I don't know, never mind, doesn't matter.
You're all right!
For now! This way! Quickly!
What now?
We must keep moving!
Okay, she's got me beat, hands down, when she can, like, repair entire bridges with her Paro, like a Harry Potter wizard. Don't compare this to Uncharted. It has the most hetero relationship in Western gaming. What, Uncharted? I mean, I guess it's an alright relationship.
Fine. You?
Yes! We have to find shelter!
Where'd the Spammel run off to?
I don't know if it's the best, but it's alright. Unless you're being facetious. Why are all the cement blocks still unlevel? You know what? She can only restore it to a previous like point right before it collapsed, maybe, I don't know. She didn't go back far enough.
What are my coordinates? I can't even see my hand. Repeat, you're breaking up. Damn it. Finally, we're sheltered. Whoever built this must have known the pattern of the storm. Who cares? They're all gone. So what do you think happened to this squad? I'm gonna shoot him! Yeah, get it!
Oh, tight. Oh, that. Okay, I can't block those.
Help! Stim!
Bounce off the rock.
I'm hit.
What? That was a weird fight. Boss do not have a lot of health. Some of them do. Some of them are tougher than others.
Do you hear that?
It can't be.
The Spammel must have found shelter.
Oh, the Spammel lived.
The Spammel saved us.
So we can forgive it for leaving us to die.
Agreed.
Have you met any members of the rebellion yet? Well, we were technically like had our own team of like rebels at the beginning, but most of them died.
Okay. Should be set for the night.
Sit. Tell me what adventures you and BD have had since we last saw each other.
Alright. Same as always. Fighting the Empire, helping out where we can. Not staying in one place too long. And, I think we might have found something special. A place where the Empire can't find us. But it would mean leaving the fight. And the fight is all I know.
Cal. Look into the fire. It will warm you. Keep you company on dark, lonesome nights, yes?
This is always what happens when you date a girl who's
But
into
left
like the occult
unchecked,
and witchcraft.
It will consume everything in its path. Until there is only ash. But on a cold night,
Oh, are you going somewhere with that?
like tonight,
No?
Wow.
a warm fire is perfect.
Thank you for the bits, by the
And
way.
the company is not so bad either.
I missed you, Marin.
And I you. I had to leave, Cal. In order to see the galaxy on my own terms.
What'd you find?
myself. Reflected in all the places and people I encountered. Dathomir will always be my home, but it does not need to define me.
I never understood why you left. But sitting here now, it's clear you
Marin
made
is
the right choice.
pansexual, and they try this girl right here, and that's from the book. I see. I mean, I like my cast iron too. You know, it cooks well, it lasts forever. Oh, you're like the ship guy, the guy that flies a ship. You like to watch me sleep, huh? Boo, yeah, that's a -2 joke. And she's gone.
You missed a spot.
Morning.
You don't really care about pixels do with their genitals? Me neither, really.
The weather has cleared.
But a lot of people get very concerned over it.
Let's go.
When it's honestly usually the most boring thing about anyone. Robot just randomly scanned her because why? And you think that's random? Later on, that's going to be very important. You'll see.
The base is not far now.
Let a man meditate, alright? Hey, Garrus, have a good night. I'm guessing he was scanning the dagger she had, right? Double orbit. Press triangle again to perform a second lightsaber throw around Cal. This will like put something in the dual wield. The droid got her pregnant. Oh, that's how it works. I didn't realize.
You know, the longer you rest, the longer it will take to reach Seer's base.
Be careful.
If we don't stay focused, we may never make it there.
Don't worry, Cal. I will protect you.
Yeah, I actually don't even have my dual wield equipped though. Okay, it's whatever. We'll use it the next time we get next planet we go to. Just got done beating this game a while ago. So far, I think it's my game of the year. It's pretty good. I think it's definitely better than the first game, which was fun but flawed in a lot of ways. Do you think the base is destroyed or not destroyed? I don't know.
Well, we survived our first storm
I'm
together.
assuming it's going to be under siege, maybe.
I'm glad we got to see each other again. How long are you staying on Jeddah?
I don't know. But I am excited to see Grease. How is he these days?
Not bad. He opened up a cantina. Pyloon Saloon.
He named it after his great-grandmother.
Nothing's more important to Grease than family.
Just reading up on the Night Sisters on the Star Wars wiki, apparently they don't view the Force as light and dark, although they occasionally dabble in the dark side. I see. I mean, yeah, it makes sense, but yeah, it still doesn't explain why they have so much more useful powers. Like teleportation and everything, and like rebuilding shit with their mind. They're edgy, wait, they're not light or dark, but they dabble with the dark, so they're essentially edgy, what would you call it? Edgy, what's the right word I'm looking for? Edgy independents, maybe? I don't know. Edgy independent voters. Teleportation is rare, but Sith Lords gave more commonly had it. Again, Siths get all the best fucking skills. It really sounds boring sometimes to be a Jedi. No sex. You only get to do is push stuff with your mind and espouse philosophy. Meanwhile, the Sith are having all the fun. I'm a hex girl, and I'm gonna put a spell on you. You singing? It sounds like it's lyrics. Chaotic neutral. I was trying to think of something more, less D&D. But I guess it's not wrong. It's pretty much what it'd be. Darth Maul is from Marin's race. Yeah, I remember seeing you fought a bunch of those guys when you went to her planet in the first game. Jedi can have sex but not fall in love. Wait, what? God, the Jedi are fucking stupid. As if you don't usually fall in love from the act of sex. So what, they just expect Jedis like you'll have one night stands? Swipe right on Tinder, you must. They can be deadbeat dads, yeah, that too. Prostitute, it's called. Oh, the Jedis pimp themselves out. You fall in love with whoever you... Sex is usually associated with love. I mean, you can, yes. People have, like, started out just having flings and then falling in love, so that has happened.
Hello, my friend. It's so very good to see you again.
Master Cordova. It's an honor.
Wait, wasn't this guy dead?
I never thought I'd meet you in person.
The honor is mine, Count.
Like, wasn't he the one that had, like, the list of, like, Force kids?
You have demonstrated great bravery and wisdom in the face of overwhelming adversity. You chose well? Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, he's a Jedi that put together the Force list that was the first game was about, right?
We'll have to find another rendezvous point.
Unfortunate. But at least the storm covered your tracks. Come.
Never confirmed he was dead, so he just, like, put the list together, then, like, hit it, and, like, yeah, I'm just gonna leave, like, clues to how to find it. Yeah, this is his ass pull. Bit of an ass pull, but it's whatever.
Master Cordova, did you find the Zepho?
Only faint traces of their passage, heading deep into the unknown regions.
Sorry to hear that.
As it goes.
Yeah, the Zepho plot point seems like it's dropped as well.
Inspired me to seek out other Jedi survivors. That search led me back to my old apprentice. How have you been faring, Captain?
That doesn't sound good.
I've had a few scrapes, but I'm still breathing.
How many Jedi dads do you think were out getting milk? I mean, when you're a Jedi, it seems like it's really easy to get away with being like a, it's like, oh, Jedi business, have to go to another planet.
Well, the Mantis looks like it's seen better days.
You should see the other guys. This base is well hidden.
Yes. Well, the Empire's presence has grown these past years. They are much too strong to fight directly, but we do what we can. It is critical, of course, that our work remains secret.
What work exactly?
Better to ask Seer yourself. Meanwhile, Marin and I will
Jedi mind trick will do free anal charge. Ugh.
How was the desert?
Cold, stormy, and too many Imperials.
Not my preferred.
These aren't the
weather
condoms
forecast.
Chat, you were
More
obsessed with this
coming
piece
by
of
the
new
day.
knowledge you've learned, aren't you?
Where did you weather the storm?
What if we just imagine as, all the Jedi as, like, just massive fuckboys?
You've a habit for making new friends wherever you go.
A survival instinct, perhaps.
Why do we have to meet with
I
Marin when our
intercepted
ship,
some Imperial
we're looking for information, I think.
Your
On that planet we're
reputation
looking
is
for.
growing.
Because it was originally found by the High Jedi.
Quite a bit, yes.
Good.
Not as in, like, the High Jedi as, like, High
tea
Jedi, but,
brought
like,
me
the High
most
Order or whatever. The High Republic. You don't have to imagine that. This is lore from Lucas. Yeah, but I would like to put forth the motion we stop listening to the creators of our favorite franchises when they keep adding to the lore when they're no longer making the content. Because of that, we now have wizards shitting their pants and like magicking it away, and everyone, you know, no longer being straight when they were never depicted as anything else but that in stories and all this bullshit. Can we just stop that? Because I despise all these like alterations that authors want to make to their art years afterward. This base, we parked somewhere else and had to meet their contact. Our ship just got, I guess they contacted them after we met up. Yeah, it's a bit bullshit, but it's whatever.
Master Cordova and I will wait for Grease. Go speak with Seer.
Like Gene Roddenberry and his crazy ideas for Ferengi. I'm not really versed in Star Trek, but I wouldn't be surprised if he also, you know, mentions stuff like that. Just show them as queer and we're good. Yeah, if you want a character to be gay, make them gay. Don't like wait till after you finished it and they're like, oh yeah, that character you like? Yeah, they were gay. Also, the other one, they were gay too. Also, they shit their pants and they enjoyed it. That's all The Last of Us did to have the characters. To be fair, they at least put together a DLC where they like revealed, you know, new information for like characters that were previously there. Which is a bit more effort because it is adding new pieces of new material to it. On the show, the show. I have not watched the show. But I'm just not a fan of retroactively making alterations for stupid reasons like that. I'd rather just like do it when you make it or don't do it at all. Aloy, the most asexual character in gaming, now has a girlfriend. I've heard people were like talking about that in the DLC. Yeah, I think she's better off just being asexual at that point because she's so fucking boring. Who cares who she wants to have sex with? Also, it's kind of weird that like they made... I don't know if it's a problem, but she's a clone of her, you know, the other, you know, what's her name? The doctor from, you know, that helped to stop all the robots, and she was a lesbian. Just because you're a clone, though, doesn't mean you would be a lesbian. At least I don't think that's how that would work. Maybe I'm wrong. We don't really have any human clones to go off of. Or do we? You know, there are some people who believe there have already been human clones. And they just obviously don't reveal it because, you know, it's illegal. Because we can do that. It's not, I mean, we've cloned other animals. There's no reason you can't clone humans. Don't question my bullshit logic pushing my... Alright, alright. When they were... Well, they did reveal Elizabeth dated... Yeah, I mean she dated... Then that lesbian woman went nuts and tried to kill you. Or, like, abduct you, apparently. Well, you shaved your head, I see.
Cal Kestis. Welcome to JEDI. I knew the storm wouldn't deter you.
You're rebuilding the temple archives.
She's alive. Yeah, she survived the first game.
We're trying. As long as this knowledge remains, the legacy of the JEDI survives.
It's incredible. But something tells me there's more to this than just holobooks.
Yes. We're a part of a network, known as the Hidden Path. We provide safe passage and new identities to those who have been persecuted by the Empire.
Hunted by the Empire, like Jedi survivors?
Very few of us remain. But yes, and Force sensitives, and those who help them.
Why didn't you tell me?
You never asked. Besides, I hear you've been busy making yourself the Empire's most wanted.
Is it just me or this lady in like all games anymore?
I wanted to prove to the galaxy that the Empire isn't invulnerable.
Release all the AAA releases.
That you can resist that you have to fight if things are gonna
She's
get
got
better.
really good job security at this point.
But then they just listen to the propaganda and they pretend they're free anyways.
You chose a hard path.
Dude, everyone had to drag that ball through it. Yeah, good thing.
Well,
That's a really stupid door for anyone with that
while
force
the
powers.
Empire's trained its eyes on you, we've been able to build the network, find allies, and save lives.
When you
Oh,
left,
sweet, you got VHS?
you'd just given up. I was wrong.
Cal, you were just a child when they sent you off to war. You know, there was a time when I remember that the Jedi were more than just weapons.
VHS lasted longer than the Order?
But we both have our roles to play in this struggle.
But that's why I'm here. Seer.
Will you get a load of this? Hey, Seer, you can't say it ain't short on personality, but kind of creepy, though.
Well, it's good to see you two, Grease. Well, hello, BD.
Okay.
So, how was your time in the desert?
The storm covered our tracks, but the Empire destroyed one of your speeders.
It's a small price to pay for everybody's safe arrival. And who's this?
This is Bodokuna. He's a friend.
It's so nice to finally
He's
meet
essentially
you.
that character from Mass Effect you get that you never use because he's not important, it seems. He just kind of awkwardly inserted into all the cutscenes now.
Yes.
That's what that guy reminds me of. You know the human character you get as a friend at the beginning of a Mass Effect game? That is that guy.
You ever heard of it?
It's on the other side of a deadly nebula called the Kobo Abyss.
Well, our archives are far from complete, but I'm sure Master Cordo is up to the task.
With pleasure. The trouble is, we're not the only ones looking for this place.
I knew this was sounding too easy.
Guy's name is Dartigan. He was a Jedi. Now he leads a band of raiders on the Outer Rim. There's an old temple there. Dartigan intends to reclaim it.
A Jedi temple out of the reach of the Empire could mean that there's information there that we don't have in the archive.
I believe I have something. Oh, you're too kind, BD. I'll start with the bad news.
Well, boy, this guy knows his audience.
I found no information related to crossing the Kobo Abyss. However, I found 2 mentions of this Dagon Gera. He had a retreat on Kobo, and records show him frequently visiting a laboratory on its moon.
Okay, we'll check him out.
If you find anything, bring it to me. I am happy to assist further.
Thank you. Both of you.
You're welcome, Cal. I hope you find what you're searching for.
May the Force be with you.
And with you.
Research Tenelore, Shattered Moon. Research Tenelore on the Shattered Moon. Research Tenelore on Kuba.
I will escort you back to the Mantis.
So you're not joining us?
I cannot.
You know, Char, all these Jedi we're coming to find across in this game, and all these other Star Wars games across the expanded storytelling now. That old title, the third movie, The Last Jedi, doesn't really make any sense anymore, does it? Like, Luke, you're the last Jedi, except for all these other Jedi that are out there and just not helping you.
I need to clear my mind.
Okay, nothing. The last known, yeah, they should put like the
Let's
old
keep moving, buddy.
last known Jedi. Anything interesting to do here? Think of it like Warcraft. You are the one true champion.
I came across a group during my travels. Their goal is to hide Force sensitives from the Empire.
Dex.
Have you ever heard of the Hidden Path?
Get away from my wires. God, not again. Ah, she's going for the power cables again.
I hold many curios for you, Outlander.
Oh, she sells what? That seems like a weird shop to have. I sell lightsaber parts for all the non-existent Jedi. Well, they got 2 here, and that's it. I mean, I don't really care.
Hail, Jedi Knight. I am called Sister
Dex.
Task.
I'm Cal.
Word of your arrival has spread quickly, Noble One. Master Junda holds you in high esteem.
Seer and I have been through a lot together.
JEDI is brimming with lost artifacts related to your order, among other traditions. Should you happen upon any scrolls or other objects of interest,
You plan on playing Redfall next week? I don't know about that one.
I've unearthed for them.
It's like
I'll let you know
multiplayer,
if I
or at
find
least it's probably only good if you play it with
We are in your
multiplayer, so I
debt,
don't really have too
Noble
much
One.
interest in it. And also, all the previews of it made it look kind of boring. That's right, Dex. It's a problem with the Disney canon. Too many Jedi are alive. It's like how they took the idea of Palpatine having a secret assassin and went, what if? And like a dozen assassins that weren't secret. Yeah, then they added more like Sith too. With, well, technically, with all their Inquisitors, amongst other things. I'm like, oh god. What little interest I had in Star Wars like died whenever they started expanding it.
You're the trapper.
It just makes like, oh, all the
Found any
Jedi were
systems
dead, and
outside
but
the
no,
invasion.
there's a few live, but they aren't
Not that I
helping you,
have come
Luke.
across.
I'd be
There are
pissed off
countless
as I was
ruins
Luke and
scattered
learned about
across
all
the
this.
high desert. One of them could be a perfect safe house for the path.
Wizards have been a thing since the 90s. Like I said, I only know about the movies. I'm sure everyone else like read comics and books and everything else, but for me it's like whatever's in the movies, that's all I really ever know or cared about.
The poetry was inspired. Tragically, failed.
You hear Dex? Yeah, she is singing the song of her people. She was also pissed off because I made her get away from the power cable she so desires. Oh, so... Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't there like a scene in like the movie where Luke Skywalker... I mean, the second of the new trilogy where like Yoda burns the ancient Jedi texts? It's just a couple books. Did he know about these? Sacred Jedi texts, but they got like a bigger library here.
Cordova said he found you while he was seeking other Jedi survivors.
Yes. Hard to believe that fate brought us together once again after all this time.
Could have used that luck when we were hunting for the holocron.
I know.
Didn't get
Luck
burned,
or
Ray
fate.
still... Oh, I thought they got
I'm
burned.
just happy my master is alive and here with us.
Yeah.
And determined as ever to tend to the Jedi legacy and resist the Empire.
Yoda didn't know about computers. You know, it's an interesting, question you raise there. Do like all the elderly people in Star Wars, they have to like, son, how do I use my lightsaber? How do like all the, do they have to do tech support for their family?
Ah, Cal. I was hoping we could speak about something. There is a site, quite an ancient one at that, in the northern desert. I visited it during my early days on Jeddah, before the Empire's presence grew.
What kind of site?
One built by those who revered Force users. We know little about them, but I found the experience quite fascinating. Perhaps you will too.
Dresses
Check
of
it
the
out.
Last Jedi. This is gone, and now it's... Explore the ruins of the northern desert.
Have you explored any of the ruins on Jeddah?
I have. Quite fascinating. Though my research was cut short due to the growing Imperial presence. Now it's too risky to venture outside, and we send communications only when absolutely necessary. That is why I could not tell you that I returned, my friend. My sincerest apologies.
Oh, we're getting
Just glad you're
explanations?
okay.
I see.
Please let me know how your field research expedition goes, my friends.
Have a look around the archive, Cal. We'll talk later.
Glad you didn't have to fly through that storm. So, how's it feel to be piloting the
I mean, I'm
Mantis
not a fan of Star Wars, but I do think they did the
home.
original cast really
And
dirty
not
with the
the
new
long face.
trilogy.
Ah,
like Luke just ended up being a miserable miser.
Instincts are all
And
off.
I know
then
how
you'll
hard it is trying to relearn skills you
Han
put to the
Solo
side.
and you'll Leia
Guess so, huh?
basically
Still,
broke up,
I
and then
regret
like their
ever
kid
walking
when he
away from the Manus.
it's like
Keep
Jesus
thinking
Christ.
I'm gonna slip up.
You walked away when you needed to. I know you'll pick it back up in no time.
Okay. You're a good friend, Cal.
I think of all the mistakes they made, that was probably like the biggest. They just like, yeah, fuck the old cast.
This new arm is gonna make piloting a little different. But I'll get there. I hope.
So where are we headed first? Back to Kobo? Or its moon?
Moon Lab.
Let's hit the moon laboratory first.
Alright. Maybe we can find something there to help us cross the abyss.
They got Chewie down pat though. I guess everyone weirdly Chewie gets to survive all of it. Reports were that Mark Hamill literally cried on set at one part in the movie production. He despised, I guess what you meant to say, what they were doing. I mean, yeah, I mean he cared deeply about it. He finally got to do it again, and then they just fucked it all up, I guess. Was it for what they did to his character or anyone else's?
I suppose you have both studied oysters.
Something to do with R2-D2, really?
Yes, sister.
What they do wrong with R2-D2? Only thing I know they did with him is like they made him like have like the other half of like your star map or some shit.
It's a paradox about the inevitability of cycles. Enlightenment is defined as cycle breaking, but per the canons, to be enlightened is to suffer the
I was kind of hoping he like really cried over having to drink the blue titty milk. Like Luke would never do that.
Let's take this to Sister Task. This terminal will
Blue
have to
titty
wait.
milk was good. You know, it's got a lot of nutrients in it probably. At one point they're gonna have to show me how I get to shut these things down. Saw the amount of porgs they were putting on the island and was getting Ewok flashback. You know, at least the porgs or whatever they are, they didn't just defeat the Empire with spears and log traps. Oh, are you waiting for me to open the door? Oh. What do you want from me? Oh, it's a stupid ball thing I get. Come on. How would anyone who's in a Jedi open this shit? Like, man, we really like helping people, but can we really get this door issue fixed? We don't have force powers. Planning to go to bed an hour, but I stupidly drunk a vanilla Coke. Ooh, yeah. Rough, buddy.
Hey, Cal, hold on. I've had this since I started freelancing. It's gotten me out of some bad situations. I figured it might do the same for you.
Blaster.
It's Marin, right? Well, I could get another one if you think you might want it.
No need. Phone.
Yeah, you're good. Okay.
My master always frowned upon using blasters.
You once said it wasn't the weapon that makes you a Jedi.
It's us against the galaxy, Cal.
So
We've got to use every advantage we can find against the Empire.
So would we like, if this is like our first time using a blaster, wouldn't we like really suck with it? Oh, where'd you get the holster from though?
No. I'll show you how to use it.
Oh. Blaster stance acquired. You can now use blaster stance, and combat blaster stance allows for range attacks and upgradable blaster bolts.
All
real stormtrooper won't stay still.
Gotta start somewhere. There you go.
Not bad, right?
So, how long have you been working for Seer?
I do not work
Punish
for
ammo by hitting enemies with your saber. Why? What? That's how you reload? Oh, just whack enemies with your saber.
Concentrate and pull the trigger.
Wait, why would a blaster ever need to reload? It's like lasers.
You're really giving it to that dummy.
Cal does not like stormtroopers.
Who does?
Impressive.
I think you got it, Cal.
Alright, interesting. Saber, blast, good combo. Blast pistols do use power packs, right? But yeah, but how does whacking them with my lightsaber refill it? We'll give it a shot, though. I'm assuming you're, yeah, because you're only using one half of your saber. It's a little weaker to the whacking. The whacking is weak.
It's nice seeing you again, Marin.
You too, Cal. Good luck. Perhaps I will still be here when you return.
Hope so.
Here's one. I went to like walk away, and she's like, "Or perhaps I will introduce you to my new boyfriend." Like, oh, no.
I can't believe Master Cordova is really here. All that time following in his footsteps.
I have enjoyed getting to know him. I've never met a Jedi with a better sense of humor.
You've only met me and Seer.
That's right. Keep your eyes out for the Empire.
This is a smart operation.
Explore sexuality in the midst of space fascism.
All this rock? Natural shielding against sensors.
Exactly, Titus.
Yeah, and if anyone makes it past all that, the Anchorites have plenty of holobooks to throw at them.
Yeah, you can see how Seer's managed to evade the Empire for so long. She makes her own luck, keeping so much of her power held back to achieve a larger goal.
Yeah. There's definitely more to her than meets the eye.
You two have that in common. Ready to roll out when you are.
Let's go.
Where do we go?
Alright, we have the moon. Yeah, let's go to the moon.
Route to the shattered moon. Maybe those anchorites aren't so bad after all.
Didn't you call them weirdos?
That was before Seer told me they're helping those poor refugees hide from the Empire.
That right?
Yeah, working with the group called the Hidden Path. Real hush-hush stuff, so keep it in the family.
Understood. Seems like you've got a nice crew. Well, former crew. You know what I mean.
Do I? So, Cordova thinks we'll find out how to cross the abyss by tracking down Dagon's old haunts?
That's right. You know anything about this laboratory on the moon, Grease?
What am I, a tour guide? I'm a busy Latero. No time to visit broken moons. First Jeddah, now this. Oh, believe me.
So you
moons
press the
are
button, little
nothing but
robot.
trouble.
Jeddah's
Get us all killed like that.
Had no idea.
This is your captain speaking, inviting you to grab some seat so we can leave.
Guardians of the Galaxy all over again. Well, they all kind of blur together, don't they? Okay, I don't think a moon like that can have its own rings of debris when it's orbiting a planet. I don't think that's how that would work.
Sorry.
Good?
Yeah, just a smidge rusty. You?
A little restless, but we'll be fine.
Oh, listen to you, Mr. Optimistic. Hey, you want to do me a favor? Cut it out. You're giving me a stomachache.
Sure it's not your cooking?
What was that?
We're almost there.
Locals say the moon's haunted.
Shave your beard. You don't like this fuzz he's got going? Saturn and Pluto kind of orbit each other. Yeah, but I'm talking about this moon has its own like Saturn ring of debris around themselves. While it's orbiting a much larger planet. I don't think it would work that. Maybe it would. I don't know. I don't know enough about it, but I don't know of any examples of it. I think they just did. It'll look cool. I mean, I'll let them have it. It does look cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm just delighted you brought the Manus to another
Like usually when you
moon.
have like rings around something, it's a destroyed moon or like at least a very large asteroid that got pulled in too close to a planet and it broke apart.
Take your time.
And then formed a debris around it. But you know, it's a good visual. I'll let them do it.
They couldn't have put this laboratory in a sunnier place?
No kidding. But if we find something here that'll help us navigate the Kobo Abyss...
How are we breathing?
So be it.
The way Grease tells it, the Abyss is a ship graveyard. And now we're on a lunar graveyard.
A lot of graveyards.
A lot of graveyards.
We need space? Yeah, but how are we
I'm
breathing?
on watch here. So far, I've spotted one nervous Latero.
I mean, I would assume there'd be like a visible barrier that's keeping all the, the oxygen in, but we're just like out in space. What's happening? We're on the moon.
The station is closed. They're here.
Who's here?
We've been attacked. Evacuation protocols in order. This station is closed. It is dangerous to remain
I don't
here.
think they've told us what that thing is over there yet, is it? Primary planet would have crater with the amount of debris. Yeah, there'd definitely be like a lot of asteroids hitting the planet from like the moon's debris field.
Cordova said there were records of Dagon visiting a lab on this moon.
Moons can have
This is
debris
pre-written
rings, but
all
they don't
over.
last very long. This is from someone who is getting their astrophysics doctorate. Yeah, okay, I'll take your word on it then. Do we have any like? Is it just like a fit? Something they've like deduced by doing the math, or they have like telescopic, photos of like, well, no, they couldn't have like a photo of a moon that's too far away. Not in our system, anyways. And other planets and star systems too far away to get clear images. We can only like see those by like gravitational, basically looking to see if it makes a shadow when it goes across its star. Star Wars is just space fantasy. Well, I mean, true, but it does borrow heavily from actual, space.
They really think there's something past the Abyss. Centauri Cree does. I suppose that's enough for the Council.
Like breathing in space, like, I mean, all it would take is like a little. I guess they thought that'd ruin the visual. They put like a barrier in between you and that. So I'm not sure how we're breathing right now.
Okay, so not that way.
Hmm. People say the Expanse is the most realistic physics. I think it's when it comes to how spaceships work. I mean, I do believe there's still some pretty crazy, like, alien stuff that comes later on in there, right? With, like, wormholes and stuff. Not sure I heard your thoughts on the space background. I said it looked nice. I said it looks cool. Any cool space visuals? I said that, like I said, I just wanted a space station. Then I guess this counts.
Didn't expect to see this place operational after all this time. And stay alert. We need to find that lab.
How's the music in this game so far? Forgettable. I can't really think of any like tune that's like, yeah, bop my head to. Wormholes theoretically exist, theoretically, but I think theirs was like they used like alien nanoparticles or something. So it's definitely like, okay, we're just like doing some of that. A little bit of like, a little bit of the wacky space shit. Yeah, so I would not buy this game for the soundtrack. Star Wars has like 2 or 3 memorable tracks in all of media. Okay, that's... The movie's definitely got more than that. Come on. It's got some famous music. Nope, I mean, I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree with you.
Sectors 5 through 9 inoperable. Sectors 1 through 4 operational. Facility status activated. Array status deactivated.
I mean, there's literally songs from just like the movies alone that are more... Yeah, that's just wrong, I feel. I just, yeah, there's no argument.
What's the reading?
Maybe you don't like them,
Not
but that's a
holding.
personal thing,
We'll need to
opinion of yours,
reinforce the
but
chamber again.
people are like, can identify Star Wars music just by the first few notes. So I see someone's putting a list there, and you also did you also put like the opening like text scroll music? Oh. I'm not even a fan of Star Wars, so I have to defend it here.
Time to power down.
You're comp.
Buddy, help!
Come on. Help me.
They were waiting for us.
The what music? The music it plays during the opening like text scroll, like when a galaxy far, far away. You forget the gun? Yeah, I forgot the gun. This is like the microwave hallway. No?
How's this? Take them down. Our victory. Nice hit.
I really don't think I like this stance very much, since it's not very good at like the lightsaber dueling, which is the fun thing.
Need to pick me up.
I remind you of Cloud City, where Luke fought Vader. Outside of them both being space stations, I'm not really getting the same feel from it.
One-way door.
I mean, he didn't seem like a threat, but you never know. How did I know? Like, shouldn't the Force give you like an ability to sense an enemy coming at you or like hiding around a corner?
Only the weak foot. I survived worse. You can move.
That guy was fighting, he sounded like Sundowner from Metal Gear Rising. Am I the only one that heard that? It sounded like him. I was like, what the fuck? I was expecting him to say, I'm fucking Invince for a second. I don't know, maybe he's voice acting in this game for like some NPCs. You don't hear it? I don't know, maybe pay attention next time I fight one of these guys. But it's probably not, but it just sounded like, you know, I just like struck it like, eye-opening.
Bad feeling? Yeah, me too.
Avoid them before they can wake up.
Initiating combat. Gonna get away. Hard to hit. You're finished.
One legs ain't easy to repair. This is quite the display. How nimble. Target has impact.
They really don't want us looking around, do they?
Mood.
Good job.
Behind pairs an homage to Obi-Wan's move against Maul and Phantom Menace. That was some really good. I do have to, like, I'm not a fan of the prequels either, but I do have to give the best part of all three of those prequels was the Maul fight. I
Moving
felt
out.
like it. None of the other big fights they came up with were nearly as good. I feel. Some of them were just trying to be too over the top. I was like,
This thing's got your name all over it.
So yeah, the song was, it's, probably like the, one of the epitome of like Carmina Burana, like, chanting while you're fighting music going on. Is that guy getting in like a steam shower over there? So, yeah, the force field thing is stupid. I admit it's a plot device to separate them. And Obi-Wan could have used force speed to catch up. I know he can. You saw him use it at the beginning of that movie.
The laboratory is off limits. The laboratory is inaccessible.
You're okay. Find somewhere to hide.
I don't have access. I tried to tell them. Please, leave me be.
The Raiders really did a number on these droids.
Though there was a bit of over choreography going on throughout all the prequels.
I don't have access to the laboratory.
Like everything is a bit too fancy at times. It was fine for like once or twice, but then every fight just had to like up the ante. And there's way too many lightsaber fights too. Let's see. The Anakin Qui-Gon fight ended up becoming the Anakin Qui-Gon fight. I must have missed that part. I think the choreo is good at making the pre-purge Jedi look graceful and elegant. I mean, if you want, I suppose if you want to look at it like that way, maybe this is the Jedi fought differently then, because then you get like the original trilogy where there was just like people bashing each other like with regular swords, without too much fancy footwork. I mean, if you watch the Obi-Wan Vader fight in A New Hope, it's like two old men poking at each other with a stick. Reprogram Magna Guard.
The organic is weak. Lost functionality.
Oh, okay. I see. How do you see me without your head, though? Oh, maybe he doesn't. Did I just kick a robot in the nuts?
Never thought I'd have to fight a Magna Guard.
Kicked a robot in the nards.
All you, BD.
Maybe it's like got its CPU down there. Robot's got nards. I'm glad someone else has watched that corny movie. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all the electricity shining out that would just, you know, channel through all the freaking metal I'm holding onto. Yeah, I'd be getting electrocuted no matter where I'm holding onto this thing. Like, yeah. Non-conductor. Oh, maybe it's like a plastic polymer. We're going over that way, maybe? Or is that just an extra? You're out. Hey, no, said you have a good night, man. I think that's the way we gotta go. Ow. That actually sounded like severe. Actually, that sounded like the actual voice actor being in pain when he recorded that. That's believable. I think he like stubbed his toe when he recorded that. Ah!
So what'd you find?
Uh-oh. Another one of these.
Gotta stay calm.
Definitely needed my dual-bladed lightsaber for this area. Let's get squished. Ooh, that was good. Help! Ow. Suddenly this turned into a Dynasty Warriors game.
I need one. I need help, bud.
Ow.
Now.
Fuck.
Firing on the target. Kill him. All allies are down.
I know that took everything you had. That was definitely a better fight than the last one that gave me all this stuff. That would have been way easier though if I'd brought the double-bladed lightsaber. Harry, for the love of God, I wanted to do the fun thing and attack people and not just stand there holding this button. Yeah, maybe that's why he had to use stormtroopers to do Order 66, because if that was the case, then every Jedi should have lived. At least the majority of them. My stance on parrying, I'll do it when I need to survive, but if I don't need to, I'd rather just attack. That's my stance on it. I know that's like a grabbable thing there. I'm gonna turn it in. Logical, have a good night, man. There's like a thing down there, but I don't know how to get to it. Oh well.
Look out ahead, BD! Not out of it yet! Hitting me!
My stance on stance. I like the single-bladed lightsaber, but I'll use the other ones when I want to.
No anomalies. Scanning.
Or when they, the situation calls for it.
One anomaly. The sky is broken. We've been attacked.
Need to open this. Nice.
Actually, this might be a good stopping point. Or am I, oh no, how much is this level almost done? Probably not, right? Yeah, there's like a big area over here. Nope, not almost done at all. There's more to come. Or maybe not. Maybe that is the end of it. So what? We'll go up the elevator, do that, but then what?
Need to center myself.
Oh, okay, let's give him max health. Yeah, I think we'll call it here for the night. I do gotta get a bit of extra sleep tonight. I got a little bit of work left to do on my script, rough draft script. That feels like a good stopping point. We just had a big fight after all. So, chat, who's gonna be back here tomorrow, huh? Which one of you's got time to spare? But even if you don't, I thank you for your time tonight. You've all been wonderful. Time to get cozy. What's your cozy technique? Chat, you've all been wonderful. I thank you for stopping by. I'm going to the lives tomorrow. The lives? Not sure what that means. The movies, okay. The movies. But have fun at the movies, man. But yeah, you've all been wonderful tonight, chat. Thank you for stopping by. Lay on couch, fleece blanket, snug, all the classics. Classics. And then you get your cat to come with you. Or dog, whichever one it be. But yeah. If you're new here, hit the follow button, please. You can also join the Discord. Thank you for any bit subs or gift subs tonight. Thank you to the mod team. And once again, thank you to all of you for spending your time here with me tonight. It's a pleasure to have you. I'll be back tomorrow. stream more of this, make some progress, meme some shit. Who knows? We'll see. As always, chat, I'm gonna head out. I'll see you later. Peace, everybody.